heated steering wheel, and the navigation. This does have a class tow rate of a little bit over 9,000 pounds that can be used for everything that you need for work. Let's take a look inside of it. It does have your powered seats, as most of them are going to have. It has where you can set your different factors for different drivers. It's all around a super nice truck with low miles and even better price.
Tell them a little bit about the tires. They look brand new.
They are. So this one right here does have the upgraded tires for the Titan. It's got more of the performance tires than the standard ones do come with. Now this Titan Pro 4X does have the bed cover already installed in it. It does have a bed liner too. So it really is perfect for all your work needs or your drive around town needs.
And we really appreciate Landon telling us a lot about this Nissan Titan pickup truck. If you are looking for a nice, beautiful Nissan pickup truck, we have it here, right here at Sunny King Ford on the sunny side of the street. Welcome back to the Sunny King Ford Used Car Showcase. And I have James here to tell us a little bit more about this Dodge Charger.
Hello everybody, welcome into your TV24 Game of the Week. I am Jackson New. I'll be your play-by-play guy tonight, and I'm here with Blake Badgett, who will be on color tonight. And we are coming to you here tonight in a very interesting matchup from Spartan Stadium in Pleasant Grove, Alabama. It's been a very windy, very rainy kind of night, but the teams only met up 3 times in the history of the entire high school football, so it's going to be very, very interesting to see how this goes here tonight.
All right, yeah, we got Pleasant Grove is 3-1 on the season. They have played McAdory, a tough game right there to start the year. Lost 35-38, but they're on a 3-game win streak. Played Fairfield, Oak Grove, and Tarrant. Beat all 3 of those teams actually pretty handedly. And this is a big year for Pleasant Grove as they have moved down from 5A down to 4A. And I think most people would say, as the season was kicking off, that they're very much a title contender in Class 4A this season.
And once again, 7th-year head coach Darryl LeBeau coming in, and then, I mean, like I said, first year in 4A, big move down. This is perfect for them. Smaller school, got these, and got to go against these bigger time schools, these better players and more players, and so it'll definitely be a more improved team. And as you see, I mean, so far this year, they've, like I said, 3-1. They had a very, very close game with McAdory. Came just a little bit short in that game, but they've bounced back with 3 big wins, blowout kind of wins. So this team's very, very talented. And I mean, they have some absolute dogs on this team, some great athletes. Number 2, Caleb Freeman, the quarterback. I mean, guy's just phenomenal. He's great when he gets out of the side of the pocket. When the play breaks down, he's even better. He can get out of the pocket, make plays. And then you got your number 1 guy, number 1, Tremel Washington, who is the wide receiver and kick returner. This fun fact, he's returned a kickoff in every single game they have had this year. I mean, he is, tell you what, Anniston does not want to kick this guy the ball, I'll tell you this right now, because he will make a play and he will hurt you here early if that is the case. Committed to Tuskegee, so Tuskegee's getting an absolute dog there. Then you've got number 12, Zion Barney, who also plays running back, plays fullback a little bit. He's phenomenal as well. When you get him out in space, it's going to be very hard to catch him. Then you got another guy. They have a really 2-headed monster in that backfield, and number 8, Colin Moore as well. Very, very phenomenal, very good, very fast, very physical. Zion Barney's their kind of, their how do I say this, their skill kind of guy, their fast guy. Colin Moore's their kind of guy that, gets downfield, makes play, very physical. And you got on the other side of the ball in defense, you got number 4, Ian Mitchell, linebacker. He's got offers from UAB, Alcorn State, Alabama State, Eastern Kentucky, Troy, North Alabama, just to name a few. And you don't get those commits and you don't get those scholarships from not being solid. So let's tell you that right now. And like I said, on the other side of the ball, another Ethan Everson, who plays defensive back for them, offers from SEMO, West Georgia, Tuskegee. Another guy, Howard Daniels, the DB. Guy's got 21 offers, including Kansas, Jack State, Florida International, Mercer, North Carolina State, Northwestern, Oregon State, Wake Forest, and Temple. Those are big name schools right there. So like I said, Pleasant Grove is going to be very, very talented here tonight. Anniston is going to be just as talented as well.
Anniston's had a up and down season. They lost a very tough game to start the year with Beauregard, 8-6, and then bounced back when they got to region play with Asheville, a 62-8 victory, and also a big win at Alexandria a couple weeks ago, a 40-16 victory out in Death Valley. And then last week they ran into what looks to be one of the top teams in 4A as well in Hoax Bluff in a 37-18 loss last week at Anniston. Anniston has a couple key players of their own, led by quarterback Damon Pope. He's an extremely good athlete and a good leader so far this season. And you know, Anniston has the ball players to come over here and make this a game, and we don't want to sell them short. And we think this is going to be a very high quality matchup, and one that we might be seeing several weeks down the road in the playoff. These are two definite playoff quality football teams tonight that we're going to get to watch and talk about.
Yeah, for sure. Like you said, I mean, these are some of the big two top teams in 4A football here in Alabama. And like you said, Anniston, I mean, we talked about Pleasant Grove and all the players they got, but in reality, Anniston's got just as much talent on the other side as well. I mean, Cavante Johnson, who's just phenomenal as well. Damon Pope, who's now, I don't know if this is official yet, but I think he's the quarterback one now for this team. He played quarterback all last game as well. Kind of had like a two-man quarterback show going on first couple of weeks with Jamoris Young and Damon Pope. And some other guys, I mean, Cotavious Cunningham's also phenomenal player. When he gets downhill, he's very, very hard to tackle, very fast, very physical once again. I mean, so Pleasant Grove's going to have to step up, and then this game's going to be possibly won in the trench game and in the run game, because, I mean, that's what is really going to have to be the thing is up front. These big boys are going to have to come in clash, and we're going to see who's better.
I think it's very important, too, in a game where we've had some pretty inclement weather throughout the week. You know, who's going to have the ball security, take care of the football. You don't want to turn this thing over, put the ball on the ground, and make it easier for the other team. And Anniston really needs to be at the forefront of that and really hope that they take care of the ball, maybe sustain some long drives, and keep all those talented weapons that you talked about from Pleasant Grove off the field as much as they possibly can. And I was able to watch them a couple of weeks ago, and I think Anniston does have the talent to make this a very good football game. And you know, we're just excited to watch it, and I think we'll have a lot of things to look at tonight.
And we're going to throw to a quick break right here, and we'll be right back here on the TV24 Game of the Week.
At Southern States Bank, we pride ourselves on being your bank. We're your neighbors and involved in the community. We're the bank featuring the Southern Rewards checking account, a cashback account with no ATM fees. We are on the cutting edge and always have a smiling face to help you out. So come to Southern States Bank, where we are committed to great service and being a great neighbor. Let us be the bank for you and your business.
Discover a world of cool at Cosmic Debris in downtown Gadsden. Whether you're searching for smoking accessories, funky t-shirts, or hippie clothing, we've got it all. Explore our unique jewelry, immerse yourself in the scents of our incense, and dive into our collection of new and used vinyl, CDs, and DVDs. From the groovy to the eclectic, Cosmic Debris has everything funky and cool. Visit us today and step into a world of cool at Cosmic Debris.
And we are back here live at the TV24 Game of the Week here between Anniston and Pleasant Grove. Like I said, live from Spartan Stadium here in Pleasant Grove, Alabama. Very windy, very rainy night. And also, we want to give a thank you to our sponsors, Visiting Angels for sponsoring our timeouts, Modest for sponsoring our touchdowns, and Minton Homes First Center for sponsoring our first downs as well. Also, a big shout out to Southern States Bank for sponsoring the game. And so now we're getting ready to set up here. Anniston's fixing to come out of the tunnel here, and they're going to see what's going on. Captain's now at midfield for the coin toss.
Let's see, looks like we can get Pleasant Grove, Kobe Hawkins, number 4, Ian Mitchell, number 2, Caleb Freeman, and number 1, Tremel Washington.
So some of the key guys. Yeah, we talked about is going to be the captains for Pleasant Grove. Like I said, number 1, Tremel Washington, number 2, Caleb Freeman, 1 and 2, that's the quarterback and the wide receiver duo right there. And you see Anniston fixing to come out here. And Anniston looks like they're pretty pumped up and ready to play this game. Like I said, long drive. I mean, it's been a very, this kind of game's been lingo, so to speak. We don't know if we were playing it or not. We heard it was off, and then we heard it was back on. So, it's very, very good we're getting to play a football game here tonight.
Looks like Pleasant Grove is going to receive the opening kickoff. And we're going to see if Anniston can get this thing going and get a good 3 and out and get that ball back.
And I think the captain for Anniston was number 53, Andrew Nelson, number 56, Sheraton Bailey, and number 71, Aiden Goodson was the captains for the Anniston Bulldogs. So now, like I said, Anniston's getting ready. It looks like Anniston might have brought their band with them.
Yeah, they did. And this is a big night. I mean, you think you're not going to get this game in. You only get so many as a high school football player, and to get this thing in after all the weather we've had and all the, predictions of, or you see the things being canceled all across the state. So there should be a little extra juice in this stadium tonight. And like I said, two very high-quality football teams getting going, and should be exciting to watch.
Yeah, it's awesome to see that Anniston brought their band. Sometimes those schools, making those, long kind of drives, though, because Pleasant Grove is, a pretty good distance away from Anniston. Sometimes teams don't bring their band, but like you said, Anniston knows how big of a night this is. Two huge teams in 4A that has, this could very well be a rematch, like you said, in the playoffs going down the line. So,
Exactly.
It's going to be very, very interesting to watch, and I'm so glad we're here to call it.
Yeah, in a proud team like Anniston, Coach Rico Jackson, they had a tough week last week, and they're looking to bounce back. And it's a tough game to bounce back in, but, what an opportunity to get to go on the road, play one of those best teams in 4A, and to get to prove that, you're right there with them. And we should have some exciting football, some big plays, and just some really, really talented athletes on this field tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Like you were saying, this whole entire team is talented. Both teams are extremely deep. They're also very talented as well. So I'll tell you right now, these teams are very quick. So this game's going to be determined really, really early, and who's going to be the faster team. That very may well determine this game.
You definitely can see it. Like I said, I think it goes back to turnovers for sure, and just taking care of the ball.
And you see Pleasant Grove right there doing their kind of walkout right there. They do a little thing before the game. They kind of do like a jump around and stuff. It's pretty cool to watch. And you see Anniston kicking off right here now.
In games like this, special teams, special players, special plays, and you want to get down the field, get good coverage here. Here they come. There's that walkout you was talking about, very unique, and like I said, there's that juice we was talking about earlier in the stadium. There's not much better than football on a Friday night, no matter what the weather's like. And just, like I said, two very good football programs get set to tie up here.
It's going to be number 56, Sherrington Bailey, kicking off for Anniston here. Looks like Pleasant Grove elected to receive the ball here, so we'll get to see this Pleasant Grove offense here early. So now it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be very interesting to see. Will Anniston kick it to Tremel Washington here? And like I said, he's returned to kickoff in every single game this season for a touchdown. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see. I'll tell you that.
I think I'd find a way to maybe kick it to a different direction at this point in time. That's a very big stat right there, what you said. 4 games, 4 kick returns for a touchdown, and you don't want to give up that to start the game. That is for sure. That'd be a bad way to get this thing rolling. So let's hope that's not what occurs for the Bulldogs.
Definitely not, and that's the mistake that Tarrant made last week against Pleasant Grove. I was actually at that game and kicked off, and Tremel took it to the house first play of the game. So that was definitely, let's try to kick it to somebody else. That wouldn't be the smart decision there. But we'll see here. And they want to test him early.
Yeah, they may want to see if they can get down there and get this thing covered.
So here comes Bailey to kick off, and the kick is in the air, and here we go, folks, and it will be out of, well,
I think it got out of bounds.
I think it did too. It would get out of bounds. So
there's our flag.
So doesn't take a risk. It gives Pleasant Grove good field position, but you don't take the risk of kicking to Tremel Washington, and Coach Rico Jackson knows that as well. That is not a guy you want to kick it to.
Yeah, there's probably worse things you can decide to do than angle that thing to the side. If it goes out of bounds, you can live with it. They're going to put this thing down here at about the 37-yard line. So there's worse field positions that you could be sitting at if you're Anniston right here to try to defend.
And honestly, that was a good kick. It was close to not even going out of bounds there. So but it kind of got out of there. So now you'll see Caleb Freeman coming out here, quarterback one, kind of got the keys to the kingdom here, so to speak, and we'll see what he can do here early.
Got a lot of pre-motion shift here, going to trips to the top side.
Zion Barney was the first guy in motion. Freeman drops back for a pass. First play of the game, he's going to launch it over. I think it's going to be incomplete. So, but right there, like I said, good defense by Anniston right there. And Pleasant Grove take a shot here early. They don't not running the ball here, even though it's been raining, So you're going to take a shot early, and it was a good pass as well. But that's just phenomenal defense right there by the Anniston Bulldogs.
Yeah, that was number 2 for Anniston, Damon Pope, quarterback we was talking about. So going both ways tonight. Just putting your best athletes on the field. Just let them go play ball. Looks like we may have had a flag on that play as well.
That seems that way. They're backing the football up here.
With all that shifting that went on, there's liable to be an illegal shift somewhere in there. They had some players going in opposite directions, and it's not legal here in the state. So
Oh, a little busted play right there, and the ball's on the ground. I think it was an incomplete pass, though, no matter what. But little miscommunication, I think, right there between Freeman and Barney. So definitely going to have to try to get it Tremel Washington on that screen play right there. And definitely going to have to kind of fix those areas here quick early for sure.
Yeah, that's that wet ball right there. Trying to get that ball out quick. Anniston had it read out. Matter of fact, it's probably the best case scenario for Pleasant Grove that it fell incomplete. They had it sniffed out pretty well.
For sure. It almost was picked off there, and you might have been looking at 6 for the Anniston Bulldogs. Just a little quick handoff right there. I think that's number 12, Barney, kind of gets down and gets a good little percentage back right there. It's still going to be 4th down and long, 4th down and short, so to speak. And I think that is not Barney. That's going to be number 8, Colin Moore. Like I said, it's a two-headed back. They got Barney back there. They got Moore back there. So, like I said, Moore's more the physical guy. You want to get downhill, get the yards for you. And it looks like Pleasant Grove might be.
I think it's going to be 3rd down with that first
third down.
penalty.
Yeah, it's my fault. Flag's on the play. That's my fault, 100%.
Be like 3rd down and 4, it looks like.
Sending Barney in motion here. A lot of motion going on here by Pleasant Grove so far. Oh, and did they get him?
We got a false start on the inside receiver to the top side. It is, like you just said, there's a lot of pre-snap motion, a lot of things that have to be executed right to perfection. And, this is some of that just kind of self-inflicted issues, but they're actually going to call this on the Bulldogs.
Yeah, it was close. Like I said, I thought that's why I said did they get him, because I thought maybe the nose guard moved a little bit right there. But like I said, a lot of pre-snap movement right there. It did look like the receiver over there was a little bit early, but we're not referees here. That's why we're commentating.
No.
So Freeman here, still behind center. Like I said, a lot of pre-snap motion here. And that's to throw Anniston off. It's going to be another flag.
Now that is going to be a false start on Pleasant Grove. And so a very choppy start for both teams, really. You got penalties now both ways. Matter of fact, that's the second penalty on Pleasant Grove to open up this drive. So Coach LeBeau is probably not going to be real satisfied with that to begin this game.
Yeah, definitely not. Definitely got to try to clean those up here early, like you said, because, Pleasant Grove's come out here and make a statement here on this first drive, and Anniston's doing a very good job of holding them up here early. Got to, like I said, sniffed out that screen pass, deflected that long pass, and so we'll see if Anniston can continue to hold here. It's just going to be a handoff here, and I think that is Barney. Barney's going to get a couple yards, get up to they're about 5 yards there or so.
That was nice pursuit for Anniston. That would be Eric Irvin, the junior. Anniston, one thing I'm noticing defensively on these very electric receivers from Pleasant Grove is they're not afraid to press up and play man coverage. And that just goes to tell you, there is explosive athletes all over this field tonight.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like I said, these teams are both very, very fast. As that Freeman throws them over the middle, and it's caught. And that's going to be number 16, I'm pretty sure. That's going to be Quentin Johnson Jr. right there on the catch, the freshman. So, young guy right there.
It's going to set up 3rd and very short for Pleasant Grove. We'll get 3rd and maybe a yard. Going quick.
Oh, a little trickery right there, and that's going to be right up the gun. They're going to have it for the first down easily. I think that was Tremel Washington right there on the kind of trick play right there, reverse, and that's going to be a Minton Home Center first down for the Pleasant Grove Spartans.
That will put them fairly deep into Bulldog territory here. Going to set up shot from about the 35. Number 8 right there for Anniston. That is, let's see, get to my roster here. That is going to be Kamar Holder. Lucky had him in the backfield, and then he did the reverse. That was a nice play call by Coach LeBeau to start this game.
It's going to be another handoff here to Moore. Moore's trying to get some space here, and Anniston does a very good job of kind of standing him up there before he can get too many yards, and may have picked up 3 or 4 there at most.
That's going to be Charles Thomas, the junior for Anniston, that was in on that tackle. Doing a very good job right there of running some gap integrity. The defense held up pretty well. It's going to set up maybe 2nd and 6. Of course, I think Pleasant Grove will be able to 4 yards on first down as well. That keeps you ahead of the sticks and gives you a very second and manageable.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And they're just trying to, kind of get the run game going a little early here. Once again, another handoff to Moore, but Anniston's right there to make the play again. That's going to be number 57, Jalen Henderson, right there on the play for the Anniston Bulldogs.
Anniston's doing a pretty good job of penetrating the inside there, A and B gap. They got it filled pretty well. The main thing is keeping that outside. Looks like most of the things Pleasant Grove's been able to get so far has been outside the tackle, so they're going to have to make sure they tighten up that outside contain.
And definitely look for that screen pass here on 3rd and medium for them, or they might just give it up the gut to Moore right here, and he breaks a tackle, and he's going to have another Minton's home first in or first down right there for the Pleasant Grove Spartans.
Finally tackled again by Eric Urban, who's been on several tackles to start the game. But it looks like Pleasant Grove's kind of committed right here to just kind of running downhill and just testing that interior of the Anniston Bulldogs and just seeing what they can get on this first drive.
And like we said, very rainy and windy night, so they've thrown the ball here early, didn't go their way, so maybe they just kind of committed to the run game. And once again, Moore gets still driving his legs there, and I think that's going to be, maybe picks up another 4 or 5 yards there. I think the tackle was made by, I think it might have been Damon Pope made that tackle.
Either Pope or Kamar Holder, I couldn't tell. His jersey got kind of bunched up, but made a good tackle, and that might have saved a touchdown there because he was spinning off of it. He'd have been down the seam and into the end zone.
Yeah, for sure. And Pleasant Grove kind of relying on Moore here to try to take them into the promised land, so to speak. And once again, hand off to Moore again, and he's going, oh man, he breaks the tackle. Somehow made it through that gap right there and picks up a couple more yards. Looked like he was eating up for about a yard.
He definitely put that foot in the ground and stuck it in the ground and got to the outside. Damon Pope finally came in and put him down. Looks like it's going to be right at about the 11-yard line, and that should set up another Minton's home first down for the Pleasant Grove Spartans.
So, like we said, relying on Moore here early, trying to get them, like you said, throwing the ball there early. Maybe they didn't like what they seen. Maybe the ball is kind of slippery in Freeman's hands, or maybe they're just going to try to rely on their two-headed backs here tonight so far. And once again, another handoff to Moore, and he's got a wide open gap, and he's got a pretty good gain down there to about the 5-yard line.
And what we just talked about earlier, that outside contain, that zone read, the ability of that quarterback to disconnect and get to the outside, it really is kind of holding that in. And it's going to put the onus on that interior D-line and then inside linebackers to have gap integrity. And right now, Pleasant Grove is eating it up going down the field. Number 8 is the bell cow so far, Colin Moore.
Yeah, for sure. Colin Moore has been, like I said, been the workhorse here so far here tonight. And like I said, and the offensive line up front's doing their job. And little right there, I think that's to Washington. Washington makes a play, making some cuts and tackles, and he is, they're fighting for it. He might have got in. Let's see it. They're talking about it. And I think that might be a little short.
Just short, but that might be a first and goal. I have to see where the stick is, see the signal. Yeah, it will be. That's going to be another Minton's home first down. It's going to be first and very short to go, with first from about the little bit outside the 1-yard line.
And so a little wildcat formation right there for the Pleasant Grove Spartans with Washington, and looks like they might go back to it. Actually, no, they're not. So for a second, I thought they might have went back to it, but they are not.
For sure, a power formation here to the near side, and he's going to bend it back.
Oh man, what a stand-up right there by Anniston. He gets in, but that was beautiful right there. I think that was number 54, if I'm not mistaken, Zayden Spinks with a beautiful stand-up, even though he gets in right there. But that is a Modest Greek Pizza touchdown as Pleasant Grove takes the lead here early.
That's a tough drive for Anniston, and there was a couple different run concepts there. Even in the play before, they pulled both guards to run a little buck sweep. He stuck his foot in the ground and went the opposite direction. And so Anniston's going to make some adjustments, but we knew going in this was going to be a high-scoring game, and they'll come back and respond better here on this second drive. But Pleasant Grove just kind of got away from anything cute and just went down the field. That extra point was attempted by number 83. I don't know if we have him on our. Yeah, we do.
Mamadou Berry right
Mamadou
there
Berry
with the extra point. So Pleasant Grove takes the lead here early, 6-0, and so see how Anniston comes out and responds here early. And so, like I said, that was a very, very good drive by Pleasant Grove. And Anniston had a very good drive as well. I mean, they had some really good defensive stands on 3rd down, and I mean on 2nd down, and held them, and they just really couldn't get anything going. But Anniston really came up big, and Pleasant Grove just kind of relied on the run game there.
I think Pleasant Grove put it in the air 3 times. Play 1, threw a shot play down the field, was incomplete, threw the little screen, and threw the slant that the freshman made a nice play on to set them up 3rd and short. So Pleasant Grove just kind of went to their bread and butter and just ran that football, and a good first drive for them. And I think this is a very big drive for Anniston to respond early here.
Yeah, for sure. You're going to see Damon Pope come out, I'm assuming. I don't know that for sure, but I think you're going to be able to see number 2, Damon Pope, coming out to try to lead this offense down and try to get a touchdown in the end zone here. And that's going to be Berry again kicking off for the Spartans. And we'll see what they can get going here early. So Berry lining up. Looking to get this one kicked off to the Bulldogs. Let's see if they kick it deep here. They even give Anniston a chance to return. It's going to be kind of a little
Look, he made a slip.
I think they're going to.
Maybe going to rule that Pleasant Grove was offsides across the football before he actually touched it. Now, he was kind of stumbling as he approached the football. I can tell you from experience coaching football that special teams will give you some heartburn early because you never know what's going to happen, and you try to practice as much as you can during the week. And once you get out there, it's all about execution and depending on these kids. And you're going to see them, they're going to walk that thing back 5 yards and kick it from a little bit further away. It'll be put down to 35 now on this next attempt.
Like I said, it's been raining there all day, so it's very slippery, and looks like Barry right there kind of just slipped on a banana peel, so to speak, and couldn't get his feet right, and so he'll try to attempt this again. But honestly, though, even though he was stumbling, that was a pretty good kick.
He rode it on down there, and Anniston will take the 5 yards and hopefully improve their field position here, as long as everything goes clean here on this return.
So Barry getting ready to kind of adjusting his own special teams unit here, so to speak. And so Barry kicks it off here. His kick is up and is on the way. And I think it's going to be something.
They got another flag, it looks like. Got some confusion for sure.
It's going to be another false start, I think, on the Spartans.
So let's go back to what I just said. There's that heartburn right there. Now you've lost 10 yards on this, and it looks like the kid's got a very impressive leg. And we're going to get to see it a little bit further back now, it looks like.
I didn't get to see the end of that kick, but I think it was out of the end zone.
I think it went through the end zone. And now he's going to get to try it from the 30, so we're going to try this for the third time.
Maybe there's some scouts there to see him tonight.
Yeah, well, he's getting a lot of TV time right now. So good for Barry there as he's going to make his third approach and third attempt to just kick off.
Like I said just a second ago, he was trying to adjust his own special teams unit as well. So maybe there's just some miscommunication on that special teams unit. And it looks like he's like, man, can I get this kick off already?
He's going to be asking for the NFL rule soon.
Yeah, for sure. And once again, it looks like he's kind of just getting his own special teams unit adjusted. And let's see if this one's going to be, and I think this one is going to go.
It's going to be returnable.
And it's going to be returned. It's going to be, I think that's going to be number 4 right there, if I'm not mistaken. Quintavious Cunningham. I think there is a flag, though, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong.
We've had a couple of those early today.
There's a flag. I think I don't know what it's going to be.
It'll be a block in the back on the Bulldogs. So all that field advantage that we just said that they might get from these legal procedures on Pleasant Grove is now going to be erased by blocking the back on the return.
So here early, a lot of laundry on the field.
A lot of laundry. We're going to help dry up this field tonight with all the flags we've put down.
And honestly, you can expect that. Like we said, this is a matchup between 2 big teams in 4A, so but if you want to get a lead here early, you got to cut those errors and those mistakes down here quick, because one mistake and one error can kill you for the rest of the game.
Yeah, I mean, the drive hasn't even started yet, but you don't want to start that drive we're talking about we're having to respond to by having to start at what looks to be about their own 13-yard line. So definitely backed up here as they start their first drive.
Especially not when Pleasant Grove got 3 false start penalties. And so that's going to be Pope behind center here. As Pope takes the snap, it's going to be a little QB keeper, and he's going to get swallowed up. Maybe, he's still running. And I think that's actually going to be Jamoris Young.
That is going to be Jamoris Young. And if that size is right on the roster, that's 6'2", 231. So maybe run a little quarterback power to start this game for a couple yards there and advance the football up to the 16.
And I'm guessing they blew the play dead, so to speak, because it looked like Young was still running.
It looked like they blew it dead pretty quick, because he still has some forward progress and legs returning, and I feel like he's ready to bounce that thing off to the outside, but it looks like he is going to be the quarterback, at least for this first drive here.
So Young behind center now. He's going to roll out to his right here. Going to fire over the middle. That is a long pass, deep pass. It's going to be broken up, but a good pass right there by Jamoris Young. And I think that's number 20 right there for Pleasant Grove. Caleb Gasho with the deflection.
You had 20 and number 7, Ethan Everson, coming over from safety there. That was another one that you mentioned to start the game. So it's going to be hard not to mention many players from Pleasant Grove tonight, those that aren't big-time players and those that have a big-time future after they graduate from high school as far as football goes.
So So now 3rd and medium/long coming up for the Anniston Bulldogs here from pretty deep in their own territory here. So definitely don't want to turn the ball over here, but you definitely don't want to go 3 and out on your first drive when Pleasant Grove just had that very long drive against you. Young oh man, he is swallowed.
Yeah, they didn't have much of a chance. That's number 31 for Pleasant Grove. That is Camden Robinson. And I'm pretty much sure he came through untouched, and he almost took the handoff from Jamarish Young there. And that's a tough first drive for the Bulldogs. It's going to set them back to 4th and 11 and definitely have to bring on the punting unit here to begin the game on their first drive.
Like I said, this game may be won in the trenches, and so far Pleasant Grove's trenches are just a little bit deeper.
Yeah, if there was somebody supposed to touch him, they didn't get there on that one. He was there in a hurry and was really left on the snap. It was a great play. And it looks like we're going to have timeout Anniston.
So it'll be a visiting Angels timeout here, and we're going to throw it to a quick break, and we'll be right here, back here live at the TV24 Game of the Week.
Calhoun County and the state of Alabama since 1994, locally owned and operated, offering some of the most competitive interest rates in the mortgage industry, along with a wide variety of mortgage products. We are with you throughout the home buying process, offering you service before and after the close. Fast, reliable, local.
And you remember, if you need a home loan, call my daddy.
And we are back here live at the TV24 Game of the Week between Anniston and Pleasant Grove. And if you're just now tuning in, 7-0, Pleasant Grove had a very, very long first drive, got in the end zone. And Anniston just had a 3 and out here. I think they're going to have to punt here from their own, looks like they're on about maybe 13, 12-yard line, so to speak.
He's going to stand at the 5. He's going to try to get this thing off. And it looks like it's a high punt. Won't have a whole lot of distance on it. We're going to see where he walks up, the side judge here, and marks that thing down. But either way, it's going to be really, really good field position for Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, not a very good punt right there by the Anniston Bulldogs. Still, but like I said, Anniston defense had some good stands on that first drive by Pleasant Grove, and Pleasant Grove just kind of, extended the game a little bit. And so we'll see if Anniston defense can make another stand here. Try to keep him out of the end zone.
I think it's going to be 1st and 10 from the 26, and since we've had a lot of airtime with him from all the legal procedures on the kickoff, Mamadou Berry probably has a leg to even kick it from here. Worst case scenario for Pleasant Grove, but if I had to take a guess, I'd say Pleasant Grove's going to keep this thing on the ground and make Anniston stop it.
For sure. Or they, in that first drive, maybe give them the thought of the run and maybe try to open up the pass game here on the second drive. Ooh. And I think they did. I think it might have been a false start.
There's a lot of movement from both sides, but it will be on Anniston drawing them off there with a hard count. They actually had quads to the bottom right there, and like you just said, they're either going to spread this thing out, or either way they're widening the field and maybe going to let this quarterback, number 2, Caleb Freeman, get some space here and get him involved in this run game, because Colin Moore really, really carried the load on that first drive.
Now you see Moore back in the backfield here. No longer in the shotgun, or in the shotgun still, but no longer just a quarterback back there. And he's going to be over the middle, and it's going to be and he drops it.
He definitely dropped it. And number 11 there for Anniston, Kyrie Lewis, was in the vicinity, and it may have been just enough to get those arms a little bit shorter for number 12, Rezion Barney. But if he'd have caught that ball, he may have been in the end zone. Just a little post route right there across the middle of the field. He had crossed his face, and like I said, the ball was on the money. It was just dropped. And tough field conditions, ball's probably a little bit wet, and that's just things these players will have to overcome tonight.
So Freeman now motion again, and they're going to hand it off to Moore here. Moore's going to get some space. He's going to get up there, pick up a nice little gain right there for about 6 or 7 yards, so to speak. So
definitely going to be enough for another Mittens home first down. And I'll tell you what, from what I've seen early on in this game, Colin Moore is a great football player, very tough runner, 2 hands on the ball, tough in traffic. And he is definitely a workhorse early on for Pleasant Grove.
And I mean, if you're Pleasant Grove, you might as well just keep handing the ball. I mean, he's been the workhorse, so to speak, and they give it to him again, and there's nobody out there on that lane, and it's going to be another modest touchdown.
They threw a flag there, and he may have had that edge because somebody may have had a hold of one of the Bulldogs on the edge there.
Could have been because there was nobody over
There was
there.
nobody over there. Anniston at least is hoping this is the way that's going to go. And it looked like there was a hold from the receiver on the top side. So yes, there you go. That's going to be a break for the Bulldogs, and one that they definitely need to cash in on as they back up Pleasant Grove 10 yards and take 6 points off the scoreboard.
So definitely a huge play right there that goes in Anniston's favor, because that would have been, I would say disastrous, but it would not have been good for the Anniston Bulldogs for sure.
So we're going to get first down and 20.
Freeman kind of steps back in the pocket here. He's looking. He throws off his back foot, and it's caught in the touchdown for the Pleasant Grove Spartans. And that's going to be, mama, there goes that man, number 1, Tremel Washington right there with the touchdown reception. And a beautiful pass on the money right there by Caleb Freeman.
Yeah, I don't know. There looked like a couple of the Bulldogs kind of held up as the ball was in the air. I don't know if they thought they might have heard a whistle or what was going on. It's kind of hard to tell, but he definitely just crossed the face again, ran that post. They went back to the post that they dropped earlier for a Pleasant Grove touchdown, and now Anniston's got a hole they need to dig out of.
And Tremel Washington catches the touchdown. He runs right back on the field to hold the extra point.
Got to love high school football. Got to do a little bit of everything.
And he's got a leg on him, man.
Yeah, there's our guy, Mamadou Berry, and he's going to get some ice on that leg. He's done had 3 kickoffs tonight, only on trying to really one official attempt.
And so we're going to throw it to a quick break here, and we'll be right back here on the TV 24 Game of the Week.
Discover why Hungry Hut Barbecue has been Etowah County's go-to for mouth-watering barbecue for 40 years. If you're not in the mood for barbecue, try our very popular chicken finger plate with fried green tomatoes of our famous fried pickles. And don't forget about our drive-thru. Come down to Hungry Hut's Barbecue today.
And we are back here live at the TV 24 Game of the Week between Pleasant Grove and the Anniston Bulldogs. And if you're just now tuning in, Pleasant Grove on their second drive takes it down there, and a beautiful pass from Caleb Freeman and Tremel Washington to take the lead 14-0 here. And on Anniston's second drive, the first drive they went 3 and out, and definitely do not need to do that here if you're Anniston. And you got to have to get your offense rolling here quickly, because Pleasant Grove is not slowing down.
Looks like that's going to be a big break for Anniston there, as that ball will go out of bounds, and they'll get to walk this thing up and have a lot better field position starting the ball at your own, 13-yard line on the previous drive. And this is a critical drive. I don't care if it's the first quarter or not for Anniston. They got to get something rolling. Just put together a drive, a couple of first downs, get that good feeling going. We know they're more than capable of doing that. And just get this game, a little bit of momentum swung back into their favor.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said, this is already a great improvement in that first drive when you start on your own 13, especially after, Pleasant Grove had 3 false starts on the special teams unit. And so now you're getting the ball at almost about your 35, so to speak. So
looks like Jamar Young's going to come back out at quarterback.
So like we said, thought Damon Pope was going to be the quarterback tonight, but Jamar Young seems to be that guy. So let's see if he can lead them here. So Young takes a snap, just going to be a handoff, and he's going to bounce out. Somehow gets away from Pleasant Grove. Oh, is he going to be snatched down? And I think they're going to get a horse collar.
Yeah, that was Quintavious Cunningham for Anniston, kind of doing a little bit on his own. That play was designed to go to the right, and he put his foot in the ground, got back left, and then the player from Pleasant Grove got a big piece of that face mask, and actually they're going to call a horse collar. I think they could have called both on that play, and they just made a decision to go with the horse collar. But either way, Anniston take that 15 yards, and now they're at midfield. So this is a very promising start for the Bulldogs.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Definitely what you need if you're the Anniston Bulldogs, trying to get already this is a better drive than the first drive, so to speak, because, you at least got good field position for your offense. You got some room to work.
And I would definitely try to get that thing back in Quintavious Cunningham's hands. He looked like a very impressive athlete. And like I say, he had nothing to the top side, bounced that thing back to the left, and he was about to make a play on his own.
And Cunningham, like I said, Cunningham's the workhorse, so to speak, of this offense. Give him the ball, let him make a play, let him get outside, use his speed, try to get in the end zone here. Makes a good cut right there, but this D-line so far for Pleasant Grove has just been very, very solid.
They are. They fill the gaps real well, and they pursue the football. There's always a host there. We have 3 minutes left in the first quarter, and this, like I said, this is a big drive. It's early in the game. Anniston has had a tough start, but this very much so still a ball game, and you got to get this thing going here. We're at the 44-yard line, so 2nd down and 8. Looks like Anniston got a little something going here. I like the little double stack they got. Spread the field out, run this football. Probably see a quick screen or so here, but Damon Pope is your inside receiver here. Look at him trying to get him out in space a little bit, try something a little different here for the Bulldogs.
And as we know, Damon Pope's a phenomenal athlete. It looks like there's going to be a flag on the play, or maybe there's a timeout called.
Looks like it's going to be a timeout for the Bulldogs.
So that'll be a visiting Angels timeout here. And so kind of get his offense settled down a little bit, so to speak, and, kind of rile up a game plan, so to speak, here as you're past midfield for the first time in this game.
Yeah, and you're creeping close to, you hate to say it early, but this 4-down territory. Maybe you got 3 plays to get this 8 yards right here. You hope you don't have to use all 3 of those. But Anniston's got to get something positive going, and I think this is a big part of the game for them is just this to build that confidence. You come in this game, you know how good Pleasant Grove is. It hasn't started off well, but like we said before, we know Anniston has the ability to turn this thing around on the dime, and very interested to see what this call is going to be coming out here on 2nd down.
Yeah, for sure. Like we said, Anniston's got insanely good athletes all around. They're a very, very talented team. And also, you just want to keep your defense off the field a little bit more and give them a little bit more time to rest, because they only gave them, 3 or 4 plays on that last drive, and their defense was right back there. And then you got to try to defend that high-powered Pleasant Grove offense from, the 26-yard line, I think it was, on that punt. So definitely just kind of give your defense a little break here, and so far that's what they're doing. So it's going to be Young still behind center here, lined up with Cunningham in the backfield. But they're going to send Jabbar Williams in motion right there. Oh, and they're going to blitz heavy. And Morris Young's going to be under pressure, but he makes a play with his legs. He kind of just tosses it off, and a beautiful play right there by Jamorius Young. That's going to be enough for the first down. It's going to be number 2, Damon Pope, right there with the first down reception.
Yeah, just kind of ran the crossing route right there, right behind where that blitz had come from. That's a great play call and a great pickup there for Jamarius Young to see that blitz coming and make the pass. But we do have a flag. And looks like it may have been across the line of scrimmage when he threw that football.
Yeah, he could have been. It was close. I'll tell you, that was very, very close. And honestly, if Jamorius Young just holds that, he made a good play by getting it to Pope right there. But if he just pulls that down and runs with it, it looks like he at least picks up, 10 and maybe the first down or even more.
It was impressive vision to see that, pick up where the blitz are. Damon Pope got in behind them. The most unfortunate part of that penalty right there is going to be the loss of down as well. So it's going to be 3rd and long, and Anniston's going to find a play to get themselves maybe just 4th and manageable, to get it close enough to be able to make that decision of whether or not they want to attempt to go for it here early in the game.
And right there, Pleasant Grove sent the house on Jamorius Young. Jamorius Young just used his legs, and that's what he's very good at that. He's very good at getting out of the pocket and making a play. And so definitely going to have to maybe got to do that here tonight a little bit more,
That's a tough call, and it kind of looked like he had cut across the line of scrimmage, but that's just a player trying to make a play. And now we got.
Not sure what happened.
Yeah, it looks like now you got a personal foul that really walks this thing down inside the 29. Never saw the signal on that one. And the officials are getting their money's worth early. They've had to be busy.
Yeah, he's going to have to watch that flag tonight when he gets home.
He'll have to ice that on. So he's been out there doing a lot of signaling early on. So 1st and 10, and Minton's home 1st down for the Bulldogs, and that's a big break for Anniston right there.
And that changes everything. You go from 3rd and very, very long, you got a 1st down inside the 30. A little bit of motion right here. You're going to give it to Cunningham. Cunningham's going to get up the middle and picks up, but he's going to be stopped right there. That's going to be number 4, Ian Mitchell. Picks up maybe 4 or 5 right there for the Anniston Bulldogs.
Yeah, that looked like there's going to be a big hole, and that thing closed up pretty quickly. And that attests to the athletes and the team speed that Pleasant Grove has. And you're going to have to execute the thing as best as ability. They're not going to give up big chunk plays. I don't see that tonight. You're going to have to earn every yard, and I think that play was a perfect picture of what we're talking about. So, 2nd down and maybe a long 7. You're definitely in 4-down territory here, and this is a big 2nd down play for Anniston.
So Young still behind center here. And Gus Cunningham in the backfield with him. And Cunningham, Young's just going to take it himself, and there's another flag on the play. A little bit of pushing and shoving after the play as well, but Young's going to pick up maybe about 3 or 4 right there. But like I said, there is a flag on the play, so we'll see what the call is going to be here.
There'll be a sideline warning on Pleasant Grove. So sometimes as the coach, you don't want to see the flag coming from the opposite sideline because that means the coach may have got in their ear and maybe helped them call one. But you'll take that one if you're Anniston, just to give them a warning this time, and next time it'll be a personal foul penalty.
I'll tell you what, I was there last week at Pleasant Grove. I'll tell you what, that sideline's very electric, so to speak.
So you're saying the side judge does have his hands full tonight?
Oh, yeah. So Young still behind center here once again. Interesting to see, will we see Pope at all at QB here tonight? Maybe it's just going to be
it's going to be the third and final timeout for the Dogs right here.
So no timeouts for the rest of the half here for the Bulldogs. Not what you want to do early for sure, but maybe that's what Coach Jackson wants to do, kind of get his team settled down. And we're going to throw it to a quick break here, and we'll be right back here live at the TV 24 Game of the Week.
At Bentley Prosthetic and Medical Supply, we care about you. We offer custom prosthetics, orthotics, diabetic shoes, and durable medical supplies. We're located here in Alexandria, Alabama, where it's a country feel but professional care. Come see us today.
And we are back here live at the TV 24 Game of the Week between the Anniston Bulldogs and the Pleasant Grove Spartans. And here early, Pleasant Grove up 14-0 here early, and like I said, it's been a very sloppy game, so to speak. I mean, a lot of laundry on the field, and so gonna have to see if these teams can clean that up here.
Anniston for sure. They're gonna go empty right here. It looks like they got two lead backs to the bottom side. Right there, this little hitch up, a little stick route right there at the marker, and you're hoping for that right foot spot. It looks like it's going to be really close to that Minton's Homes first down, and it will. It'll move the sticks, and that is a big third down conversion for the Anniston Bulldogs. Much needed, a great route, a great play call, and just a pretty routine play.
And that's going to be Jacord Carter right there on the first down reception. It kind of, the DBs for Pleasant Grove is kind of playing a little, kind of soft back, not soft, so to speak, kind of playing off the ball a little bit, and that gave them, a little bit kind of a hitch route, so to speak.
It did.
And so now, like I said, Anniston driving the ball here.
Anniston going to go with the same formation, going to put Damon Pope now in the backfield.
Just hand off to Pope here on the outside, and he's got a little bit of space. If he can break some tackles, cuts back inside, he's got a nice little pickup down there.
Yeah, that's as a coach, you want 4 to 5 yards on first down. You'll take that every time, and I think he even got a little bit more than that. It should be second down and maybe about 3. But you was just asking when we was going to see Damon Pope. They're going to move him around all over the field tonight. What it looks like, and that's just what you do as a play caller. You want to get your best player, get the ball in their hands in as many ways possible.
Definitely in high school football, you want to get the best player, or not the best player, so to speak, but some of your best players, the ball in their hands at all times. And there'll be 20 seconds left in the half. And it's going to be unsportsmanlike conduct, another personal foul on Pleasant Grove.
That should mark it off halfway to the goal line. And, stop me if you've heard this before, but, had another flag on the play. And telling you, they're going to have to get eyes for their elbows tonight. These officials, they are not just here for the paycheck. They've even got plenty of flags that they have been able to throw tonight. And it does not look like Pleasant Grove's coaches agree with it from what we can see on the bottom side here.
There's about 5 coaches on the field right now. So they're going to have to clean that up because the referee gave him another warning. He's lucky because there's already been one sideline warning.
Well, Anniston will take that for their Minton's Home first down. It'll be first and goal from about the 6-yard line.
Oh, man.
Oh,
fumble on the play. It's going to be, I think it's going to be picked up by the Pleasant Grove Spartans. And let's see what the call is. No call just yet.
I definitely think they came up with it. I couldn't get the number. And that's just a disastrous play for Anniston right there. You had everything you wanted. You're right there, goal to goal. And this kind of play like we had on the first drive there, this like he was just untouched off the top side, about took the handoff, knocked the football loose. And Pleasant Grove's going to recover at the 17-yard line going the other way. So just a really tough break for the Bulldogs there.
And Pleasant Grove gave them every opportunity. Not to knock on Pleasant Grove, but undisciplined, just in general and on that drive, and gave Anniston every opportunity. And that's a killer right there for the Anniston Bulldogs. You're driving, you finally got a good drive together, and linebacker comes off untouched right there and makes a play in the backfield on Cunningham. So now we're going to see the Pleasant Grove offense back on the field as Freeman takes the snap. It's going to be a throw right there. I think it's going to be Washington. Washington's up the sideline. This kid's got insane speed, and he's going to be drug out of bounds at about the 42-yard line right there.
Yeah, that was just a little RPO if you didn't like the box, and then we got another flag drop late, but it's going to be a Mittens home first down if this call is going against the Bulldogs. But got what he wanted on the RPO, threw it up, curled out to the outside, got down the sideline for a big play to get him out of the hole and up near midfield. Oh my, that is going to be another unsportsmanlike conduct on the Spartans. That'll be 3 in about the last 5 plays.
I think that's the end of the first quarter, if I'm not mistaken. And that will be the end of the first quarter. And so far, I mean, Pleasant Grove's playing a good game, but they have to stop. They're just not being very disciplined right now. I mean, you've seen that's 3 personal foul unsportsmanlike conducts on them, and we're in the first quarter. And I'm going to tell you something. Now these officials are going to be calling it even tighter. They want this game to stay clean, and not that it's been chippy. It's just some things, maybe some chirping going on. But just things as a coach. Coach LeBeau's not going to be very pleased with that. I bet he's got a little tally mark he's keeping up with, and Monday or Sunday, whenever they come in for film, the conditioning may not be very pleasant for some of these young men when they check back in after this film study's done. Definitely not going to be fun for them. And so far, I mean, like I said, they got to cut these undisciplined plays out here fast, because, like I said, they caught a break right there, so to speak, on that last drive by Anniston. Anniston, they make a good play and fumble the ball. They take over possession again, but in reality, that whole drive for Anniston was also set up by those big penalties, and so Anniston's offense really had something going right there, and Pleasant Grove's helping them out a lot.
They are. I mean, like I said, I don't have the penalty yardage in here in front of me, but I mean, it's both ways. It's a tough first quarter. I mean, it's 14-0. Pleasant Grove would take it, but Coach LeBeau, being the fantastic football coach he is, he's not going to be satisfied with that, and he knows in big moments in games you can't have those mental mistakes, and those 15 yards. They're very costly, and quite honestly, minus that fumble right there, we could be looking at 14-7. And for Anniston, this is huge. I mean, this is a huge drive for them to open up the second quarter. I hate to say must-have in the second quarter, but this is almost a must-stop for the Bulldogs as we begin the second quarter.
Yeah, for sure. And that penalty backs Pleasant Grove up once again when they just made a very good play out to the 42, and that backed them up again as Freeman kind of throws it right here. Oh, and he is absolutely hammered. What a play right there. I think that's going to be number 5, Jalen McElderry right there on the big hit, knocks the ball free.
Yeah, Jalen McElderry is 6'2", 210. I'm going to tell you something. That's a big young man out there, and he made a great play to separate that receiver from the football. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. It looked like a pretty good pass there from Freeman. Just a great play by McElderry.
So Freeman takes a snap here. He's going to throw it over the middle. Ooh, a dangerous pass, and it's going to be incomplete once again. That's going to be number 11, Kyrie Lewis, kind of breaks that up right there and kind of stops that play. So 3rd and long here coming up for the Spartans.
Yeah, they're trying to go to Rezion Barney across the middle, a play that's worked for them in the past, but looks like Anniston's done a good job keeping that too high safety up there. Nice play there by Kyrie Lewis to separate the football away from the receiver. 3rd down and 10. For being a second quarter, this is about as big as it gets for Bulldogs. Then you get off this field right here.
Yeah, for sure. This will be huge for the Anniston Bulldogs to get off this field here. As Freeman kind of motions out more right there, and there's going to be another false start called. I'm pretty sure false start called on Spartans.
Yeah, that's going to be on the running back. That's going to be on number 8, Colin Moore. He motioned out to the side and then advanced forward. And you only get away with that in Canada, so they're going to have to get some of those shifts out of here. And so Anniston will take it, 3rd and 15.
And so 3rd and 15, and I mean, if you're Anniston here, you can't be like Auburn. You cannot give up these long 3rd downs. And I'm an Auburn fan, so to speak, but I tell you, you cannot give up these long 3rd downs.
Yeah, it'll kill you. I saw that last week with Auburn and Arkansas, and unfortunately, it'll get you beat quick. Look, the same motion, a very similar motion.
And he makes a play, and that is beautiful right there by the Anniston defense. I think that's going to be number 57 right there, Jalen Henderson, that kind of stops Freeman and makes him throw it, because if not, that was going to be a sack right there for the Bulldogs.
He stepped up, had nothing open down the field, and there was that big stop. I mean, it's 4th down now and 16 for Pleasant Grove, and unless I'm shocked here, yeah, here comes the punt team. And So there it is. There's that stop we were looking for the Bulldogs. And now it's time to make a play here and see if they bring a little pressure after punter with a wet ball. Make that punter have to catch it, get it off clean, and see if we can get a returner here to make a big play for the Bulldogs.
And that's huge. That is huge for the Anniston Bulldogs. That is exactly what they needed here. So he punts in the air. It's going to be a decent punt, and takes an Anniston Bulldogs bounce. And it's going to be fielded at about the 49, 48 yard line, so to speak. No, it's going to be 44. 44, sorry. 44.
44 yard line. He tried to dive on it, bounce it back 2 or 3 yards, but that's not a legal move. So 44 yard line, and for Coach Rico Jackson and the Bulldogs, you can't ask for a better field position than this. And a great adjustments by the Anniston defense. The penalty helped them on one play, but just, they didn't give up a yard on that drive, and that was huge for the Bulldogs.
And this is about where they started on the last drive when the first penalty happened. So let's see if they can kind of get that rhythm back going, so to speak, and try not to turn the ball over here.
And we talked about ball security, and that's big in a game like this. And you've already seen it's cost Anniston probably 7 points on this last one.
So Young still in the backfield, hands off to Cunningham here. Cunningham trying to bounce it outside, and he's got the outside, kind of makes a play, cuts it back inside, and he's going to be brought down there, and it's going to pick up about maybe 3, 4 there by Cunningham.
Yeah, you can live there. You can live there. Third down, second down and 7. It opens up every play you got on your sheet, and you don't take any plays off the sheet when you got second down and manageable. And again, I think we're already kind of in 4-down territory for the Bulldogs here.
I apologize. That's going to be number 6, Jabari Williams right there on the carry. I apologize. So Williams right there, and he did a very good job of bouncing that ball outside. He just, he almost got hit in the backfield right there. He does a job bouncing outside, picking up just a positive gain there. And then once again, they're sending pressure here is Pleasant Grove. And Morris Young trying to get out. Oh, and it is going to be almost picked off by Pleasant Grove right there. Morris Young throws into double coverage.
That was number 20 for Pleasant Grove. That is going to be Caleb Gaucher. And, I was about to say, Morris Young does a great job of keeping his eyes down the field, kind of just short arms it right there. And Anniston's going to catch a break. Gaucher kind of dropped it, and it was right in his hands. And you get to live for 3rd down and 7. And so, again, it's manageable. And we're going to see how, if we can't pick it up here, see if it's close to 4-down territory for the Bulldogs.
And I'm shocked Anniston not run that little screen pass they have with Cunningham just yet. We've seen that a little bit in that Alexandria game we called a couple weeks ago. So definitely interesting to see when that is going to be called here. So Young back there by himself. Got time in the pocket, throws it over the middle, and it is, I think, dropped right out of the hands of Damon Pope there. So definitely kind of a disaster killer right there for the Anniston Bulldogs. That's going to bring up 4th and about 6 or 7. And
it's a big decision here. We're going to see what they're going to do, and it wouldn't surprise me if they went for it, but kind of looks like with the shift in the personnel, and maybe heading towards a punt for Anniston. See what they decide to do.
I think that's going to be a call here. I think they might just punt it away because, that was a big stop by their defense, Very big stop by their defense. So maybe, put a little bit of trust in your defense. And, now that you gave them a little bit of time off the field.
Yeah, you play that field position game, get them backed up.
So it's going to be, I think it's blocked. Or I think it might have got a hand on it.
Yeah, he stepped up like he might have had the option there to take off and run, but he didn't like what he saw and kind of got it off his foot late. And it definitely got tipped, but it got a nice Anniston roll all the way down to the 7-yard line.
And that was a beautiful punt right there. It got tipped, and somehow it rose to the Anniston. It rose to the 7-yard line there. So that's going to set Pleasant Grove up very, very deep in their own field.
That's that beauty of turf, it hits that ground and it just kind of rolls for them. And if you're Anniston, you'll take it. And in a game like this where the ball's wet and you're just a little bit of sloppy play going on, back them up, see if you can get a turnover deep in their territory and make something happen with your defense here.
And like we said, very big stop by Anniston Bulldogs defense on that last possession. So let's see if they can, try to replicate that, so to speak. So now it's going to be Freeman back in the backfield here. Hands off to Moore on the outside. Does a little spin move right there. He's still on his feet, driving his feet, and he's going to be down about the 18, 19-yard line there.
Yeah, finally brought down by Kyrie Lewis, but he broke 2 tackles. And really, I'm just telling you, that kid, Colin Moore, runs the football extremely hard. He's 5'5", 160, got a little bowling ball mentality. And that's going to be a Mittens home center 1st down for the Spartans up to the 19-yard line.
Like I said, when you watch film on this kid, you can tell he's more of the physical back of this team. But like I said, got some speed on him as well. He's very, very fast. He's very, very physical, and that's the kind of guy you want to have in your backfield. So now Freeman kind of just hands the ball off again. It's going to be, I think that's going to be Barney, if I'm not mistaken. I can't really see the number, but he's going to be eaten up no matter who the running back is.
And that's going to be Jalen McElderry on the tackle there. And trying to get that number.
Can't really see it that good. I think
yellow's a little tough to see on the screen.
I think it was 12. I could be mistaken, but I think it was number 12.
Yeah, that would be Rezion Barney, the receiver. They motioned him out of the backfield and just gave it to him across the formation.
So now Freeman kind of just kind of getting the call. Seems to be some miscommunication with him in the sideline here. So Freeman kind of steps back here. Takes the snap, going to be another handoff to Moore. Moore's got a lane here. Moore stiff arms a guy, hanging on by his jersey, and he's brought down, but a very, very good carry right there by Moore.
Keviante Johnson there hung on for dear life to make the tackle. But one thing I've noticed from Pleasant Grove is no matter, they show a lot of formations. They try to manipulate the box and get the numbers where they want it, and it kind of opens up that running game. I think we've probably seen 7 to 8 different formations already early in this game from the Pleasant Grove Spartans. So nice job there schematically for Coach LeBeau's offense.
And like I said, they do a lot of motions here, and that's going to be another handoff to Moore, and Moore's going to break another tackle. Moore's still driving his feet, and that's going to be enough again for a Mittens home first down.
And he was brought down there by Kamar Holder, 6'2", 222. Anniston's got some good size on this defense, and they're getting there. They're just not, it's hard to bring down Colin Moore. He does not go down on initial contact, and he's going to run through that arm tackle mostly every time. So you got to wrap up and hang on and get that young man to the ground.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you got to hit him low because, I mean, this guy's, like I said, there's a bowling ball out there running. And another handoff here. I think that's going to be a different running back. He's up the sideline for a nice little gain there. He picks up about 6'5", 6 right there.
It's going to be Rezion Barney, and just going across the formation. They're showing a little bit of that two-back gun they haven't showed a whole lot of this year. And it's just, just find a way. Put the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Let them make plays out in space. And Pleasant Grove's doing a great job and sets up 2nd down and 5 from the 39.
And Freeman kind of wants to get that, kind of hurry-up offense, so to speak, going. And he does. A little miscommunication. Somehow Moore stays on his feet, but he is going to be swallowed up right there. And if I'm not mistaken, I think that's number 10. To Darian Harbor. I could be wrong because I can't really see the number from that far of the field, but it's going to be number 10 right there. And either way, whoever it was, made a good play right there on Moore.
It was designed to go that way. They pulled both guards and got him out to the edge, and Anniston did a good job of taking it on and blowing that play up. Good job by the Bulldogs. It sets up a long 3rd down and 5.
And if you're Anniston, you definitely want to get off the field here again. So Freeman takes the snap here, looking. He's got time in the pocket. He launches a deep, deep ball, and it's going to be a flag thrown. It's going to be incomplete, but I think they're going to be calling pass interference here.
I think he was intended that for Tremel Washington deep down the sideline, and I couldn't really see there, but it looked like he probably got a hold of him, held him up a little bit, and if he was getting behind the defense, that might not end up being the worst thing the corner could have done right there. But it is going to be pass interference on Anniston. It's going to give the Pleasant Grove Spartans another Mittens home 1st down.
Like I said, we couldn't really see that right there, but if he was behind the defense, that might have been the best thing you can do because you don't want Tremel Washington getting out in front of you, getting in space on you, because when he gets out in space, it's very hard to catch him.
No, in the NFL, that's a spot penalty, but in college and high school, it's just 15 yards, and so sometimes it's worth it just to get a little piece of the jersey and prevent the long touchdown pass.
So now Pleasant Grove kind of gets past midfield here. It's going to be it's going to be Freeman. Freeman just kind of running around. He's just going to run out of bounds there and take the loss.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to make the coaches happy. Like he's just kind of anchored toward the sideline, had nowhere to go. And again, it could be a smart play, though. You don't want to take the unnecessary shot early in the game, but it does set up 2nd down to 16, throw it away and get rid of it there. But Anniston will take it, but he had nowhere to go. It looked like a busted play and loss of 6 for the Spartans.
Yeah, like I said, probably would have been better to just kind of toss that ball out of bounds, toss it into the stands there, whatever you need to do. Don't take a 6-yard loss on 1st down. But like I said, Freeman's just a sophomore, It's going to come, wisdom's going to come as he grows and gets older here. And he's going to have another 2 years here.
The alternative could have been forced into traffic and throw a pick. So it's a good play. It's an okay play for him. But that is a nice job by Anniston right there. And I want to make sure I get that kid. That's 27. That's Eric Irvin, and he's made on several tackles He got up with a little bit of juice here, and that's what Anniston needs. Just come up and make a great play. Let that defense create some offense and sets up a very third and long for the Spartans from midfield.
And that's how you tackle right there. Eric Irvin comes in and makes the play on Moore. Moore's been very hard to bring down. He's a very hard guy to bring down, and Irvin takes him down right there as Freeman steps back in the pocket. Freeman has nowhere to go. Freeman's got a lane. It'd be better if he just runs the ball. He's going to throw it very, very deep, and it's going to be incomplete. And it looks like the play right there was made by Dekias Baker for Anniston. Or is there a flag on the play, maybe? Not sure. Looks like Baker was a little bit down.
It's going to be fourth down.
Yeah,
that's a good play. Good recovery by Dekias Baker there. I think that's where they went on the play before, and he was in great coverage there. Not a whole lot of places to go for Caleb Freeman, and he looked like he just kind of sailed it out of bounds there to live to play another down.
And it looks like if Freeman just takes off there, he can pick up the first down. But I mean, like I said, he's young. It looks like they're going to go for it on fourth down here. Maybe they're just kind of try to draw him off here, kind of get them.
We'll see if they can get 5 free yards out of the Anniston defense here to maybe set up a little bit more of a fourth and manageable. And it's going to be a timeout for Coach LeBeau and the Spartans.
So it looks like they're going to probably punt the ball here and try to see if their defense can make another stand. And we're going to throw it to a quick break here, and we'll be right back here live at the Calhoun 2024 Game of the Week, TV 24.
What can you buy for $10? A hat? A milkshake? 166 channels plus live sports? That's right, for only $10 you can get 166 channels of classic TV shows and movies, including the latest news update from all around the world and local sports. Just simply go to 24ctn.com and click download, and then for only $10 you can have access to the best TV available.
And we are back here live at the TV 24 Game of the Week between Anniston and Pleasant Grove here. And Anniston just made a very, very big defensive stop there. And so it looks like Pleasant Grove will have to punt the ball away again to the Bulldogs. And let's see if Anniston can, make a play here. But it looks like they're sending the offense back out for Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, it's a big call coming out of this Visiting Angels timeout and just kind of seeing the mindset. And I think this is the ultimate trust for Coach LeBeau's defense. Like he feels pretty confident that if they don't get it here, he's got the confidence that they can get a stop and get the ball back for his offense.
So Freeman and trying to shotgun here. He takes it, he's running around, he has nowhere to go, and he is going to be sacked and brought down. Oh, it's going to be a flag on the play. I think it's going to be on Anniston. I think it's going to be a personal foul.
Yeah, 54 was in there, Zayden Spinks. Was at number 5 as well, Jalen McElderry.
And Anniston's coaches are not happy.
They are not happy because they're seeing a big opportunity going by the wayside if this is on the Dogs. And from the body language, it kind of looks like it's heading that direction.
I can't read their lips, but I'm pretty sure they're not saying a prayer.
They're not going to be real happy. That's going to be another one that after film and on conditioning on Monday, on cleanup day, there's going to be some extra running involved to make sure you understand where your focus is. You're off the field there. And I haven't seen the indication yet of what the flag is. Face mask. Just a tough break for the Dogs. I mean, it's just 2 players trying to make a play. Had him wrapped up. It's like somebody got the face mask, but Coach Jackson does maybe not agreeing with what was called out there.
Yeah, there's about 3 or 4 coaches on the field for Anniston here, and none of them are very happy. And that's a tough call. I mean, that's a huge, huge call because you understand that's 4th down. Your defense makes a huge play and gets Freeman in the backfield, and that's going to set your offense up at about the, maybe the 35, maybe the 40. And so that is a huge, huge heartbreaker right there for the Bulldogs.
That's a tough break. All you can do now as a defense is you got to get back out there and get another one. So let's see what the Dogs have got in them. Very interesting formation. Going to run it off to the near side. Pretty good job by Anniston though to stack it up. Ball's
loose. Yeah, ball's loose, and I think Anniston has it.
Oh man, the side judge like he's going to mark him down. It was very close, and well, that's just one of them breaks Anniston sure did need right there. It looked like it was 50-50. Couldn't really tell, but like as he spun around heading to the ground, the ball could have came out, but the official has a better view than we do. He's going to mark it down 2nd down from the 35.
The officials have had some tough calls here early. I mean, they have. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and these officials have, like I said, their arms are hurting. They've made some tough calls. But Freeman, anyway, Freeman takes a snap here. He's got, and he is swallowed up. Beautiful, beautiful play right there by Anniston.
That's Charles Thomas.
Yeah, that is beautiful right there by Charles Thomas. He kind of comes off that edge right there and makes the play on Freeman. And right now, this Anniston defensive front's finally getting in the backfield and getting to the QB.
They are firing off, and this is a great job. That's a lot of edge pressure. Anniston's defensive ends are playing a pretty good game. Outside contain was a problem on the first drive, but that's been cleaned up. And Anniston getting stops right here, it's just been a penalty that's allowed Pleasant Grove to be on the field here for 3rd down and what looks to be about 17. There's the little quick screen. We'll set up nice little jailbreak screen right there, and he's going to be real close to the 1st down. That is an incredible play design by Coach LeBeau and the Spartans. And it's going to set up 4th and 1, trying to get a number on who that would be. That looks like that may be that freshman. Is that number 16? Quentin Johnson Jr. for the Spartans.
I think it was Johnson Jr. there, and that's, like I said, that's huge because, I mean, you're 3rd and very, very long. You throw a little screen, let your guys make a play, and that's what they've done, and they'll be going for that. I'm not.
But you know they're going to pin their ears back, come after the quarterback. That's a great play design. You fill that space where they're leaving, and I'm very impressed with the freshman.
And we're going to throw it to a quick break here. We'll be right back here live at the TV24 Game of the Week.
Come out and check out the Alabama Tractor difference. We can take care of all your needs of parts, sales, and service for RTVs, zero turns, and tractors and construction equipment. See us here in Lincoln at 620 Speedway Industrial Drive. Or come visit us here in Asheville at 275 6th Avenue, or give us a call at 205-594-7000.
And we are back here live at the TV24 Game of the Week between Anniston and Pleasant Grove. And right now we're in the middle of a Visiting Angels timeout here. And right now, like I said, Pleasant Grove has caught some breaks here earlier. They really have. And like I said, that on 4th down, Anniston gets the ball and they get a face mask penalty, and that puts them with the 1st down as Pleasant Grove continues this drive. And in reality, Pleasant Grove's done a really good job of kind of extending drive, so to speak, keep Anniston's defense on the field. And this 4th and 1 here, they might just go QB sneak. They're going to hand it off to Moore, and Moore's going to break free, and there's nobody in between him and that end zone. Touchdown, Spartans. A touchdown right there, modest touchdown for Colin Moore, and that is a heartbreaker right there if you're the Bulldogs.
Yeah, I don't think he was touched. Just went off the top side there, right off the tackle. That's just one of them plays on 4th and short. You're ready for A or B gap, and they ran off C gap. And I'm telling you what, number 8's a great football player, and there's not a whole lot there that you can call besides just nobody touched him. And that's tough. That's tough for the Bulldogs. They had him off the field. The flag extended the drive, and now it's 20-0 Pleasant Grove, and Mamadou Berry in to attempt the extra point.
And it's going to be I'm pretty sure it's going to be a offsides penalty on Anniston.
Offsides on Anniston. We have seen at least 5 flags on special teams tonight, so that won't be a great effect. Matter of fact, Pleasant Grove they might decline it, but it's just a mental lapse there. Not watching that football.
I may jinx him, but I don't think they're worried too much about Berry's distance.
Nah, I don't think that yard is something they're worried about. They are going to walk it up half the distance, and if this was a different situation in the game, that might give you a thought of maybe going for 2. But right here, they're just going to go ahead and hit that extra point. So I think it's going to be a false start on Pleasant Grove now, if I'm not mistaken. They'll walk it back, Same spot. I don't know what these officials had for dinner, but they're walking it off a little bit.
Burn some extra calories.
Yeah. They earned it tonight. They've had quite a few calls to make here early on and then definitely in this first half. But walk it back, and now that 18-yard extra point now becomes about a 23-yard extra point for them.
And so I think they moved again. Actually, I think they're not going to call it, and that's going to be up. And he's good. Okay, I thought he missed it. But it's going to be good nevertheless. So 21-0 Spartans take the lead, and if you're the Bulldogs, you got to get something going here.
Yeah, this is, I've said it before, but this truly is. This is a critical moment in the game. It's 21-0. You've had a chance to have this thing 14-7. You had a chance to have them off the field, and this is huge.
And we're going to throw it to a quick break here, and we'll be right back here live at the TV24 Game of the Week.
we pride ourselves on being your bank. We're your neighbors and involved in the community. We're the bank featuring the Southern Rewards checking account, a cashback account with no ATM fees. We are on the cutting edge and always have a smiling face to help you out. So come to Southern States Bank, where we are committed to great service and being a great neighbor. Let us be the bank for you and your business.
And we are back here live at the TV 24 game of the week between the Anniston Bulldogs and the Pleasant Grove Spartans. And if you're just now tuning in, this has been a very sloppy game, but a very, very high talented game, so to speak. I mean, a lot of flags on the play, a lot of laundry on the field, and Pleasant Grove's, the game's really been won in the trenches, so to speak, up front in the run game. And so as Anniston's got to get something going here on this drive for sure.
Yeah, I think if you're Anniston, it's 21-0, but it feels like it could be a lot closer than that. It's just, in a game with this much talent on the field and your opponent's this good, the margin of error is very small. And here's another break for Anniston. They're going to get to walk this thing up to the 35 on a ball kicked out of bounds. And this is a big drive for the Dogs. I mean, it's still the first half, but it's going to be hard. 3 touchdown deficit right now, and you don't want to go into halftime down 3 TDs. And so let's just see what the Dogs have in them here as we near the end of this first half.
And that's a good play right there by number 12, Brock Grant. He looks like he wanted to pick that ball up and run with it, but as he's seen, it was kind of coasting its way towards the sideline. Instead, just let that ball roll out of bounds and gives his offense good field position here. And if you're Anniston, I mean, I wouldn't say it's only second quarter, but I mean, if you would really think this would be a must-score situation for them.
There's 4:14 remaining in the first half. So you got plenty of time if you're Anniston. You don't have to throw it all over the yard. You can run your offense, and very critical.
And it's Young right there. Beautiful blocker there by the offensive line. That's going to be a face mask. And Young's just going to take it and run with it, pick up some yards, and he gets a first down either way and pick up about 13 yards there.
Don't be very close to the play resulting as much as the flag would have been, but you'll take that extra 2 yards, and looks like it's going to be a Minton's home center first down from about midfield after they walked this off. But he ran all the way up to about the 48-yard line. And that's the thing I think they're going to have to get Young. Just get out in space, run a little bit of that read option. And
is the flag going to be on Anniston?
Holding on the Bulldogs. Well, I apologize because I saw his head get completely turned around, but we'll let the officials make that call, and that's another pretty tough break for Anniston right there.
I've seen the holding call, so to speak. Like I said, I'm not a referee, but that looked like a very, very clean pancake block right there by the offensive lineman, and it looked like, and Jamor Young's back, and he's going to gets hold of his jersey. He's still running around. He's going to throw it over the middle, and it's going to be, I think it's going to be caught. It is going to be caught. Damon Pope right there, and I think he's going to have enough for the first down.
Yeah, there was a lot on that play to call right there. It looked like he threw it, like he barely threw it over the officials. The umpire was in the middle of the field, and wow, that's a Minton's home center first down. That's going to go to Damon Pope, and after all the chaos of the play, it's going to be first down Bulldogs into Spartan territory at the 49.
I tell you what, George Young got his head ripped off his body. He played before last, and he makes a beautiful play. Somehow breaks that one because had a hold of his jersey right there. I thought he was going down. Somehow breaks free and throws it over the middle to a beautiful pass. Picks up the first down here, and you're sitting at about the 49.
Yeah, one thing about this kid so far, he keeps his eyes downfield. He doesn't worry about pressure. He looks like he's a very tough kid, and he's having a pretty solid first half.
And Young takes snap, give it to going to be Cunningham right there, and Cunningham's going to break some, and it's going to be another flag on the play. And we'll see what this is. And it could be holding again on the Anniston Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's going to be the call. And if they have extra flags at halftime, they may have to break them out because these are not going to be yellow after the first half. If this wasn't turf, we'd have problems, I'm telling you, because there has been flags on the field about every other play.
Well, let's see what the call is going to be here. And it's going to be holding right there. I think they're going to get that on 55 there for Anniston. And I mean, just heartbreaking penalties so far for Anniston. I mean, it really has been on both sides of the ball, offense and defense.
Yeah, every time you feel like they're just ready to kind of, step over the edge there and make something positive happen, it's just like we're walking backwards. And that's going to be first down and about 20 all the way back to the 41, back in Bulldog territory. And not a whole lot of plays on the play sheet for first down and 20. But you're just trying to get in the second down in a more manageable situation. You ain't got to get it all back on first down.
And Young has a little spot to Cunningham here. Cunningham's trying, and he is hammered from the back there. And that is just a good play right there by the Spartans defense.
Yeah, that was close to being a backwards pass, and a good play by Cunningham to gather it in and then hold on to the football as he was drilled from behind. And looked like he may have picked up just a couple of yards to bring it back to about 2nd down and 18.
And he was drilled right there by number 31, Camden Robinson. We seen that made that huge play on the first drive for Pleasant Grove that came untouched off the line, hit Cunningham in the backfield. So definitely gonna have to get a body on him or two.
Yeah, you're gonna have to chip him, maybe bring in an H-back to kind of help you on that edge. But here he comes again off the top side.
And there he is again. And Jamorius Young just breaks off with his legs and makes a play, and that's just a good athlete right there, Jamorius Young. Hey, pocket breaks down right there. You don't have anybody open. Just kind of take what you can get, and he takes what he can get and makes a good play out of it. Now you bring up, 3rd and manageable.
Yeah, that was some pocket presence there, and I was really afraid he was going to cock that ball back and it was going to be hit from behind and not loose. He pulled it back in, advanced the football, and gave you a very manageable 3rd down and 6 here from the Spartan 45.
But like you said, if he cocks that ball back and tries to throw it, that's going to be hit out of his hand. It's going to be Pleasant Grove ball going the other way.
Yeah, it would be. It may have been a scoop and score. So I could not be more impressed with Jamorius Young right now at quarterback with his presence.
Low snap right there is Young. Young kind of gets to the screen, and luckily that ball is incomplete. Jumps on the ball. It's going to be an incomplete pass. They're fighting over it, but, it's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, they didn't have a whole lot of chance for success there. Ball was thrown forward, a little screen pass. Trying to set up kind of a similar play as what Pleasant Grove ran on their drive to convert that 3rd down and long. And just wasn't there. Pleasant Grove had it snuffed out. It's going to be 4th down and 5, and a very interesting call here coming from Coach Rico Jackson. It would not surprise me if this isn't, let's go for it right here, and let's make a play here right before half.
Yeah, for sure. And like I said, your defense, it's not like Anniston's defense has been, getting gashed. They've been playing very, very solid. They've just, there's a couple big plays here and there, some penalties that have thrown in that have just killed it. They've killed their drives and killed their defensive drives. And like I said, that's the main play of the game was that 4th down they got when they sacked Freeman and face mask gets called, and that's just a killer right there. But Jamorius Young stays back in the pocket. He's got time. He throws it over the middle. Oh, and it is almost picked off.
Yeah, that was going to be number 14 for Pleasant Grove, Jordan Hawkins, and he might have been seeing 7 sweet dreams of 6 in his mind as he was going the other way. And that may be why, sometimes just why you're the defensive back and not a receiver there. Just a tough break for Anniston. Had a little something going and just couldn't convert there on 4th down. And now this is big. I've been saying it over and over and over again, but defensively, Anniston has to have this stop. You cannot go down to half any more than 21-0.
Yeah, for sure. You got to have a stop here if you're the defense. And 1:50 here left on the clock. And that's plenty of time here for the Pleasant Grove Spartans.
Yeah, 1:15 left, and we're going to see maybe a little 2-minute drill here from the Spartans. I don't think they're going to be happy just to be up 21-0. There's a pass over the middle.
Beautiful pass. He's gone.
Yep, just like we called it. They ain't going to be satisfied. They didn't run out the clock, and that is going to be number 12, Rezion Barney, one of those guys you mentioned before the game, and right across the middle of the post pattern, and just caught the ball and outran the defense. And nice play design, and 27-0 Pleasant Grove. That is a very, very, very tough break for the Bulldogs right here before halftime.
I'll tell you what, Caleb Freeman is just a sophomore. He's going to be special once he gets to his junior and senior year, because you can't throw a prettier ball than he just threw right there.
Yeah, that was a nice little touch pass across the middle, and it set up another modest touchdown for the Spartans. And here comes Mamadou Barney. They're going to have to put him in an ice bath at halftime. He's been on the field a lot for the Spartans.
And very solid as well. And that's up and good again. So I'm not saying he's automatic, but he's basically been automatic all game.
Yeah, we didn't give him the announcer's jinx there that sometimes tends to happen. He's very solid. And Pleasant Grove has not played perfect. They've had a lot of penalties, and they got a lot of things to clean up. So if you're Coach LeBeau, as much as you hate the penalties, you'll take being up 28-0 with a lot to work on and a lot to talk about. That won't be a positive locker room at halftime. He's not going to be satisfied with 3 unsportsmanlike conduct penalties, and Coach Jackson from Anniston will be the same boat. There's going to have to be some adjustment and a little bit of, hey, this game ain't over. 28-0, and you got 24 minutes left to play. I think we got about another minute before halftime, and be interested to see how Anniston plays this as we come out.
And like you were saying, Anniston, it's not like Anniston's not moved the football. Anniston has moved the football pretty well as well. I mean, these penalties have helped them out, and they've moved the football really good. Jamoris Young's been very, very solid, but it just seems like every time they get past midfield, they shoot themselves in the foot with penalties, they shoot themselves in the foot with turning the ball over, and at the half, Coach Rico Jackson got to find something else to try to fix these boys up.
Yeah, he's going to pick them up, and that's going to be the first thing. Let's just rally them up. Hey, let them know, hey, this thing, like I said, it's not over. And there's a lot of things that they can go out and improve on the second half to get themselves back in this football game. It's just going to be one drive at a time. There's no 28-point play, and it's just going to be. This is a character situation, a character moment for Anniston. They've had a lot of success this season, and we expect big things for them throughout the year. And this is a tough matchup, but I don't think Anniston's done. I think they're going to go out swinging, and we're going to see how this is going to unfold.
And that is beautiful right there on kickoff coverage right there by the Pleasant Grove Spartans. I didn't get to see the number, but either way, whoever made that play was beautiful. And as you see, like I was saying, the Pleasant Grove Spartans sideline is very, very electric, and you see it right there on that big play made. Coaches jumping up, throwing headsets. They're very, very fired up here as their defense comes back on the field, try to get another stop here.
Yeah, that was going to be Brock Grant on the return for Anniston there, and he was able to actually get a return. We've had a lot of these that have went out of bounds. But he's able to get that ball and advance it up to the 23-yard line. And wouldn't be surprised if Anniston doesn't play this very conservatively, hand this thing off, get this thing to halftime, and make the corrections and come out and try to chip away at this thing in the second quarter.
Yeah,
second half, sorry.
Try to run these 58 seconds off here, and that's what they're doing. And give it off to, I think that's going to be number 12 there. And he's got a lane there, and he picks up a pretty good run.
Yeah, that's Brock Grant again, and he's found the ball 2 straight times in a row, and maybe something to go back to as you head into that second half. Like a pretty good athlete, making a few plays, and he's advanced this thing up for a Mittens home first down at the 40-yard line.
Probably the best run of the night so far by the Anniston Bulldogs here, and they give it off to him again, and he's going to cut a lane right there, and he is running very, very hard, and he's going to be past midfield there.
I'm telling you, this kid's a football player. Let's see if we got the size on him. Number 12, 5'9", 209, senior. And now you get a little tempo. You got this thing across midfield, and now you can see what you got. You have no timeouts. 30 seconds remaining. Right back to him again, and he'll be stacked up this time for no gain, like he was tackled by number 4. That is Ian Mitchell.
And Ian Mitchell, we know how good of a ball player he is as well. So, like I said, but Brock Grant, that's something as you go into halftime, there's something very, very positive. It's 15 seconds left in this half. This might be the last play of the half here.
He's going to throw it towards the sideline and give yourself one more play. He's going to step up, throws it, a little bit behind Damon Pope there. Had a lot of pressure on him, and this really should set up the last play here on 3rd down and 10 from the 47.
And one thing that I've noticed, Jamoris Young, his pocket presence is insane. I mean, it's great. I mean, because there's been at least 4 or 5 times already in this first half where the play is broke down and he just kind of makes his way, finds his way through it, either throws it across the middle or throws it to a receiver or makes his play with the legs or something. And he's been doing that pretty good here tonight.
Yeah, he's had a lot of pressure on him. He ain't had a whole lot of time to sit back there and think about it. And you got to give Pleasant Grove credit for dialing up that pressure and getting their own little twist done up front.
And Cunningham's going to be up the middle, and he's up. He's big break. Oh, and he runs over a man. Cunningham's still going, and he's down about the 18-yard line. Sadly, I think that will be the last play of the half, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's going to be Brock Grant again on that run. And I'm going to tell you something. That kid just come out of nowhere here in the second quarter, and I can guarantee you they will go back to that in the second half. He's giving Anniston a little bit of something to lean on, and that's the kind of run. You want to get the touchdown there, but that's the kind of run that will take you with a little momentum.
And they might have found something in Grant right there. I mean, he's not really, I think those are the first carries he's got so far in this game. And every single one he's got besides one, he's broke off for a long, long game, especially that last one where he just absolutely ran over a human being.
Yeah, that was the Brock Grant drive, and he took that kick return back. So, again, I feel like Coach Jackson's going to come back to that as we begin that second half.
We're going to take a quick break here. We'll be right here back live at the TV24 Game of the Week.
Bar and Grill. Come down for our amazing bar, stocked with everything you could want, and our amazing food, ranging from whole pizzas all the way to oysters. Our food is cooked fresh and brought to you with amazing service. For the best food and drinks, come to Penguin's Bar and Grill.
Hey guys, I'm Cameron Minton with Minton Home Center. Minton Home Center has been in business for over 40 years. We are a family-owned and operated manufactured home dealership. We offer affordable housing for our customers as well as a multitude of different financing options to help our customers get into a new home. When you come to Minton Home Center and you start looking around our lot, the first thing you will notice is that we have the most competitive prices in the industry.
This is Jason at Reeves Insurance. Just want to say a quick thank you to all of our customers for your support over the years. We now have offices in Anniston, Alexandria, and Oxford in order to serve you better. So stop in and see me or any of our experienced staff and let us shop for you to find you the best price and the best coverage available. Thank you.
I just don't like it, Justin. It's annoying. So, I'd rather not do the game.
Anniston. How can I help you?
I was thinking about getting a tattoo. Do I need to make an appointment?
No, we take walk-ins every day. Let's find someone to help you. Follow me. Okay, if you'll have a seat right here. Thank you.
Come down to class of 13, where good tattoos aren't cheap, and cheap tattoos ain't good.
Hello, my name is Bob Couch, and I'm the owner of Couch's Jewelers. We are your destination for engagement rings, wedding bands, and anniversary and birthday gifts. We offer a wide selection of the best value diamond jewelry and engagement rings. We even gift wrap every purchase for free. And if you have some jewelry that is broken, no worries. Expert jewelry service is offered in-house. At Couch's Jewelers, our customer service is unmatched. If you'd like a special jewelry item created just for you, please come to see us.
At Alexandria Brake and Muffler, we strive to perform exceptional service using premium quality parts to ensure your vehicle withstands the test of time. We do all automotive maintenance and repairs consisting of AC service, check engine light diagnostics, brakes, coolant, and exhaust. Give us a call today. Proudly serving our community to provide honest, high-quality service and repair at a fair price.
I want to live. The leading cause of death of young Americans like me is gun violence, and oftentimes tied to substance misuse. NBA, NFL, NCAA, most of you look like me, and our communities need you now more than ever. Let's make I Want to Live more than just a hashtag. Let's make it a movement. I am a baller against bullets.
Good afternoon, I'm Dr. Olubidi. I would like to welcome you to our clinic, which is virtually your clinic. We strive to provide a family environment from our nurses as well as the practitioners we have in the clinic to serve you and your family members. We pride ourselves for having state-of-the-art facility here in the clinic to include ultrasound, fibroscan, to check on your liver. We welcome you in our clinic, your clinic, at Dr. Olubidi's. And thank you so very much.
Campers Unlimited, we offer a no-pressure experience, no hidden fees, and great service after the sale, making us one of the fastest-growing RV dealers in the Southeast. With our second location in Oxford, we offer a great selection of over 220 campers from top brands, including Grand Design. Our mission is to help friends and family spend time together in the great outdoors. At Campers Unlimited, you aren't just a customer, you are family. Check out our inventory at campersunlimited.net or come see us at Gaston or Oxford.
Look, have you ever had a bank give you money for anything? Family Savings actually pays me for keeping my money at their credit union. I earn interest of 3% APY on my checking account and 1.5% APY on my savings, just for what I was already doing at my old bank. I even get up to $20 per month in ATM fee returns. It's kind of nice to get paid for just using my checking account.
Open an Engage account at Family Savings Credit Union and get rewarded. Family Savings, your best financial friend.
And we are back here live at the TV24 Game of the Week between the Anniston Bulldogs and the Pleasant Grove Spartans. And welcome back after halftime, so to speak. And so far in this game has been very, very sloppy type of game. Both these teams have made their share of mistakes. But towards the end of the half, Anniston was looking like they were getting their offense kind of rolling, getting some confidence in them as number 12, Brock Grant, comes off the bench and only has about 3 or 4 carries right there. But it's probably the best carries of the night so far and the best offensive carries of the night for the Anniston Bulldogs. So let's see, they're finna get the ball here to start off the half, and let's see if they can get something going here early and try to get back in this ball game.
Yeah, they definitely found a little spark right there before halftime, getting that ball to Brock Grant, and definitely something I could see them going to here early in this third quarter. Looks like Mamadou Barry's got this thing teed up and ready to begin the second half for the Pleasant Grove Spartans.
Pleasant Grove looks like they're pretty hyped up here to come out of this half. Like I said, sloppy first half between both these teams, but Pleasant Grove is so far, and I think that's going to be Grant. Actually, that's not going to be Grant right there that takes the kickoff back, and he's going to have a little bit of space. And up to the ball's out. I think he was down, though, if I'm not mistaken. He should be down at least.
Yeah, that was Nicholas Warren on the return. The ball was recovered by Elijah Lanier. I don't know if they had him marked down there, went to get an official spot. Lucky he had it close back to about the 20, and it fell forward. So it must have came out because they have advanced this thing up to about the 30. So not bad field position for Anniston to get this second half started. And you know what? You get this thing, march this thing 70 yards in for a touchdown. We got us a football game. Let's just see if Anniston takes what we had right before half, builds on what they had going, and gets this second half started off in a good manner.
And here we go here. And also another big shout out to Southern States Bank for being our sponsor for this game as well. Before we get this first play of this second half started off here, it's going to be Young. Gives the ball off to Grant. Grant's going to be swallowed in the backfield there by number 4. That's going to be number 4, Ian Mitchell. We know how good of a ball player he is so far. I already said his name a couple times in that first half, but it looks like Grant's going to be the guy right now in the backfield. I think that's, from what we've seen towards the end of the half, where he was actually moving the football and doing very, very well, that's the guy they're going to think they're going to go to here.
Yeah, that's definitely what we saw right there before halftime. And good decision by Coach Jackson to get the ball back in his hands, but an even better play by Ian Mitchell for Pleasant Grove.
And it's going to be Grant again on the carry, and he's not going anywhere. He's going to be eaten up again. And I think that's going to be number 31 right there that got there first, Camden Robinson. I already said his name a couple times. And so far, it looks like this Pleasant Grove defense is kind of locked back in here.
Yeah, they, 3-man front right here. It's like we're running a little 3-3 stack for Pleasant Grove, and just kind of letting their guys play in space. And good gap integrity. There's nowhere to run for Grant in the first 2 carries, and now it sets up Anniston for a long 3rd and 11.
And definitely you want to make an impact here in this first drive from this half. You got to get back in this game. Young drops it off here. Got a little space. He's driving his feet. He's going to be just a little bit short right there, but still, that is a beautiful, beautiful play right there by Jamorish Young. Gets it out to Grant right there. Picks it up, and it's fourth and short. It's very, very close.
Looks like they're going to give the first down. That's going to be a Mittens home first down for the Bulldogs, and that's huge. 3rd down and 11. Put the ball in the hands of Brock Grant. Let him make a play. He drugged 2 defenders, and that's the kind of effort you want to see. Don't look at the scoreboard. Just go play football, and I'm telling you, they have found something in number 12 there, and they have went to him now 3 times to begin the 3rd quarter.
And that's huge right there. That was very, very close. And Grant, like I said, he kept moving his feet and he picks it up. It was very close, and that's just a good ball player right there. Just a very good talent. And so Young now, fresh set of downs, takes the snap, hands it off, and he is going to be swallowed. Actually, he's not, but he is going to be swallowed up right there. And it's going to be, once again, I think that's going to be number 4, Ian Mitchell, in on the tackle.
Yeah, he's announced his presence many times, and sometimes it looks like he's coming untouched, and he's very close to being the running back there that Young's handing the ball off to. They're going to have to find a way to chip him, slow him down, because he's in a sprinter stance ready to come downhill, and he's attacking that mesh hard every play.
I mean, he doesn't have all these offers from these big schools for nothing. I mean, you can tell this kid's talented. So Young back behind center again. Young takes the snap, hands it off the middle to AP Draw, and he loses the whole thought I messed up right there. And so
it is a fumble.
It is a fumble. I thought it was a fumble. I got kind of confused right there. So it's going to be a turnover for the Pleasant Grove Spartans.
Yeah, it's going to be a fumble. It's going to be recovered for the Spartans. That's number 14. That is Jordan Hawkins. And I hate to be repetitive, but that's another heartbreaker for Anniston right there. Had a little bit of a hole. Put a helmet on the football, ball comes out, and Jordan Hawkins for Pleasant Grove recovers it, and it's going to set up Pleasant Grove in an outstanding field position for their first drive of the 3rd quarter at the 40-yard line.
That was a weird play right there. It was kind of hard to track the football. I couldn't really figure out where the ball had went because it looked like he had stripped him at first, and then I looked and I'm like, what is going on here? So, but like you said, that is huge right there for the Pleasant Grove Spartans, and just a heartbreaker for the Anniston Bulldogs as now Freeman comes back on the field behind center, and it's going to be off to Moore. Moore breaks the tackle. Moore's trying to get it, but that is beautiful defense right there by the Anniston Bulldogs, and I think that's going to be number 0, Cavante Johnson right there that gets in there first and hits Moore in the backfield.
Yeah, him and 27, Eric Irvin was in there on the play. We've called out Irvin's name several times tonight as well. Good job shooting the gap, anticipating the play there. Nice job by Anniston's defense. They're going to have to bow their neck up and get a stop here.
Yeah, this is, like I said, great field position for Pleasant Grove. If you're Anniston, you got to get off the field here. as Freeman kind of motioned his guy out. Plenty of time in the pocket. He steps up, launches a deep ball. It's going to be picked off by the Anniston Bulldogs. And that is a beautiful, beautiful play right there. That's going to be number 20, Elijah Lanier, the sophomore. And Anniston's going to have the ball going back the other way.
Yeah, it was a nice play by Lanier. He kept he ran to the hip, got right back to the receiver. Receiver had a step on him, got to his hip, got his head around, and played the ball like he was the offensive player there. And that's the kind of break you need if you're Anniston. You've got to make this hurt. That's the turnover you've been looking for after having an unfortunate turnover on your drive. I mean, they're going to be deep in their own territory, but a nice play by Anniston's defense, and they'll take this thing over at the 9-yard line.
Yeah, but either way, you'll take that any way you can get it. You just turn the ball over yourself, and if you can get the ball back and not have your defense get absolutely, gassed out, so to speak, you get the ball back here early, you make it up for that turnover you just had, and let's see if Anniston can get back going here.
Like he's going to have number 8 in the backfield with him. That's going to be Kamar Holder. I don't know, maybe 6. Jabari Williams. Maybe it's Jabari Williams in the backfield. I'm sorry. With Jamar Young. And then motion number 4 in the backfield. Cunningham.
It's going to be a timeout called by the Anniston Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's a tough timeout early, third quarter. Just trying to get your personnel right. But in all honesty, I mean, you're at the point in the game where you got to get it right. I mean, you're going to have to chip away, and it's got to happen right now.
And we're going to take a quick break here. We'll be right back here live at the TV24 Game of the Week.
I am a dreamer who will make a difference in this world.
I am flying to a future of great promise and change.
I am a mentor committed to helping my students transform their lives.
I'm a hard worker striving to build a better Alabama.
I am a go-getter with ambition and drive.
I am a Gadsden State Cardinal.
Watch me.
Watch me.
Watch me fly.
And we are back here live at the TV24 Game of the Week between the Pleasant Grove Spartans and the Anniston Bulldogs. Just came out of our visiting Angels timeout here. Jamar Young takes the snap, hands it up off the middle. Nice little gain right there. Picks up about 4 or 5. Little pushing and shoving after the play. Little grabbing of the face mask. That's not what you want to see.
That's Brock Grant on this little lead play up the middle. And he put his head down, put his face mask in the back of his offensive lineman and turned his feet and picked up 4 yards. And like we've said before, you live in 2nd and 6. It keeps every play on your play sheet open. And this is just going to be big for Anniston. Just get little plays here and there and just dink and dunk this thing down the field.
So now Young, back behind center here, takes a snap, little RPO. It's going to be off. He's going to get it to his man here. I think, and it looked like a face mask there, but none was called. And so that's going to be number 18 right there. That's going to be Ja'Cory Carr on the reception. Picks up a couple more yards. So it's going to be it's going to be a first down here. My fault. That's my apologies. Going to be a Minton home first down here for the Anniston Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's almost a little just give me play. They're kind of off 10 to 12 yards at corner. Just take the snap, flick it out there, let your receiver make a play. It don't have to be just a crazy concept. Just get the ball in your playmaker's hands, let them go out there and get the yardage, and set yourself up for a nice first down.
Now Young takes a snap, hands it off to Cunningham here. Cunningham is going to be swallowed in the backfield right there. I think that's number 14 right there for Pleasant Grove making the tackle. I think that's going to be Jordan Hawkins. And a beautiful defensive play right there by Hawkins to break through the line and make the play in the backfield.
Yeah, he's kind of in there in that little nickel spot, and they sent him right there off the edge, little nickel blitz off the side, little run blitz, and he anticipated it well. He was able to run him down for a 1-yard loss.
So now Anniston back to the line, trying to get something going here once again is Young behind center once again. Got Cunningham beside him in the backfield. Takes a snap, gives it off to Cunningham. Cunningham's got a lane, picks up, runs over a defender. He's going to be brought down by a very good gain right there by Quintavious Cunningham.
Yeah, brought down by Jordan Hawkins again, and he's been all over the field for them on defense. We've called out Hawkins, and we've called out Ian Mitchell a lot, but that's a nice run for Quintavious Cunningham. Not east and west, it's straight north and south. Sets up a 3rd and very short here for the Bulldogs.
And I wouldn't be shocked here if they just hand it to Grant and let him, put his head down, or hand it off to Cunningham, let him put the head down and try to make a play here. But I wouldn't be shocked if, honestly, Young just kind of runs it in. I think it's going to be a false weld.
Yeah, I got a little head start there from the whole right side, it looked like. And Wasn't a whole lot of flow to that. Kind of made a late decision, get up under center, and boy, you hate that. It's 3rd down and short. You need, just need maybe a yard, and now you set yourself back for a 3rd and 6.
I don't think it was a yard. I think it was 3rd and inches right there, and that's disastrous. I mean, not disastrous, but it definitely hurts you for sure, because you go from 3rd and inches to 3rd and 6 here, and on a drive that you've been, moving the ball a little bit, keeping Pleasant Grove's defense out there, kind of gassing them out a little bit. And I think there's going to be, they're going to let them substitute maybe.
Maybe just reset, make sure the chains are good, make sure the down and distance is good. It looks like it is. And that last play, that's kind of just been a snapshot of what the night's been for Anniston so far. Just a lot of missed opportunity and just a lot of things to get cleaned up. It's not far off. The score will tell you it is, but really in reality, watching the game, they're just not far off. They just got to capitalize and continue forward here.
And once again, it's another one of them plays. The corners are playing so far back, and that's going to be a Minden 1st down for the Anniston Bulldogs.
Yeah, that's going to go out to number 18. That's Ja'Cory Carr again. Like he just said, they're off 10 to 12 yards. He's standing out there by himself. Flick it out to him, let him make a play. And it's a give me 1st down. Nice play call, and move the chains again for the Bulldogs.
And if you're Pleasant Grove, you have to address that. You got to move your corners up or something. I mean, not move them up, but at least, get them kind of closer to the ball there, because you cannot allow that to happen. That's twice now on 2 separate 3rd downs, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's backed off pretty good bit. They catch him in a back pedal, and like I say, by the time he's right back on his heels, he's making some good yardage, and that's something you can keep coming back to unless they change. Lucky he's kind of bumped up just a little bit in the box. Now we got another timeout. Going to be offsides on Pleasant Grove, and if they change out the flags, these are going to get some work in here in the 2nd half as well, because the ones in the 1st half, they got their work in. They were on the ground a lot more than they were in the official's pocket, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, not been the prettiest game from either of these teams, but like I said, these teams both have insanely good talent, and you're seeing that here tonight.
Be 1st and 5. That's a very good play call right there for you to be able to go 1st and 5, but not when that happens. Not when that happens. Was that the guy again? Was that Ian Mitchell coming off the edge?
I think it might have been, I think it might have been either 4 or 9 there. I think it was 4, if I'm not mistaken, Ian Mitchell. And like you said, he's been a game changer for the Spartans on defense here tonight.
That is 4 times tonight he is about taking the handoff. And the adjustment, it's a tough job to be on the island if you're that tackle. You might want to think about maybe if you can place a tight end down, but that's not part of your offense, just bringing that cheat back over and just getting a chip on him, because that is an impressive young man on the edge.
And so Young here on 3rd down takes the snap. He looks for that play again, but the play breaks down Young, and he is swallowed up again. And that's going to be, I think that's going to be number 44 right there for Pleasant Grove. That's going to be Dominic Robinson on the tackle. So another play right there by the Pleasant Grove Spartans, and drive fizzles out, so to speak, for the Anniston Bulldogs.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a delayed blitz. They kind of sent it a little bit late, and his pocket kind of broke down. He stepped up, and just a nice play by Dominic Robinson there to close the gap and bring him down. They'll set up 3rd down and what looks to be about 18 yards here.
And so Young now trying to get something going. Now they have converted on 3rd down here, so be very interesting to see.
Notice them corners, they are not played off as far as they were on previous downs.
It's a broken play, and Young just falls on it.
Yeah, that's tough. That's just a tough break. I don't know if he was ready for the snap. They were trying to go on 1st sound or what, trying to mix up the snap counts. And that was another thing I was going to suggest. If the ends are coming as hard as they are, you got to mix the snap count up and see if you can draw them off sides. And maybe Anniston was trying that there, and it just led to just some miscommunication between the center and the quarterback. And it'll be 4th down and about Jefferson County for Anniston right now.
Yeah, and I don't think you have a choice but to punt right here. It looks like they have 12 men on the field. 61's going to go running off. Yeah.
And 5 more yards could have been punched to it right there. And Anniston's going to take the snap. A little bit of a low snap, not a lot of pressure. Sends it away. They're going to get a great bounce, though, and oh, my goodness gracious, look at that punt. He's going to pick it up and field it. Who is that number?
Tremel Washington.
That is Washington.
Don't let this man get out in space. I'm telling you right now, because this guy's dangerous.
Oh, my.
Tremel Washington's a dangerous man. I'll tell you this right now. Don't let this guy get out in space, breaking some tackles. And I've seen that. He done that exact same thing about 3 weeks ago versus Oak Grove I've seen on film. And, I mean, like I said, you don't want to kick it at that man. It don't matter if it's a kickoff or a punt return or whatever.
Yeah, that's one of them, and probably your coaches are going, no, yeah, great job, because you don't want to touch that thing as it's bouncing high. And maybe one of them situations where you really truly just outkicked your coverage, plus a tremendous athlete. That's just a deadly combination for the Bulldogs. But stop me if you've heard this before, but there may be some laundry on the field as the official doing the trot down the seam here. See what we got.
And it'd be interesting to see what this is, because it looked like there wasn't nobody back there with Trammell.
We have a Bulldog having a conference with some of the Pleasant Grove coaches down here. I don't know how that's working out, but the ball's going to get marked back. And so what looked to be a great punt return is going to be walked back. So that's another break for Anniston. Can you get this turnover deep in Pleasant Grove territory and try to set your offense up for a touchdown? Because just any kind of momentum would be incredible for Anniston right now. So a blindside block, possibly. I never saw the indication of it, if it was a blindside block right there. And that happens as well. You got all those players in space. That's a tough block. And Anniston will take it. It'll be 1st and 10 for Pleasant Grove at the 9-yard line.
So a great return by Trammell Washington's brought back as Freeman gets back there, hands it off. I think that's Moore again. Moore's going to maybe pick up 2 or 3 there.
That was a nice first initial contact hit right there by Kamar Holder, another kid we've called out his name a lot, the 6'2", 222-pound senior for Anniston. Makes good first contact, wraps up Colin Moore, and gets him to the ground.
And one thing I've noticed about Pleasant Grove, they're not like ginormous up front, but these kids play extremely hard, and they do the little things right.
Yeah, they'll pull some guards, but most of the time they got a zone scheme, and they just find the hole, let the running back do his thing.
And so now it's going to be, I think it's going to be Moore again. He just swallowed up once again. I think that's going to be number 44 right there for Anniston on the initial contact. Charles Thomas, we called his name out a couple times tonight, make some big plays on this Bulldogs defense.
So here you go. Here's 3rd down. Can you get off the field? So many times tonight we thought Anniston was going to get off the field, and either a penalty or a big play for Pleasant Grove has occurred. And this is big for Anniston with Pleasant Grove backed up way back in their own territory.
So that's just going to be a kind of RPO to Trammell Washington. Trammell Washington's got some lanes, and he's going to be brought down. Ball's out, I think. And it's going to be picked up by the Bulldogs.
Yeah. Who is that? That's going to be number 9 for Anniston. That is Tyreek Junkins on the recovery, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered for the Bulldogs.
Biggest break of the night so far by the Anniston Bulldog right there. Gets a turnover inside I think they're going to get about the 17-yard line, maybe 18. Somewhere around there, and so if you're Anniston, you got to capitalize on this field position.
Yeah, he was dangerously close to getting that first down there, and then this great pursuit, never gave up on play by Anniston, and great job by Junkins to find that football. And here you go. Here's Anniston, 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And like I just said, if you're Anniston, this is the best field position you've had the entire night. You have to capitalize on this drive right here on 1st and 10. So now, let's see, as Young comes back here, try to lead his team to the promised land.
I would not mind seeing them take a shot toward the end zone on this quick change. 4:45 remaining in the first quarter. 45 seconds remaining. Oh,
man, it's picked off again. That's going to be, I can't tell the number. This yellow is hard to read. I think it's going to be number 22, I think.
Yeah, 22.
It's going to be Marcus Scroggins. So that's going to be a freshman right there. And like I just said, that is not what you could do if you're Anniston.
So we only have 40 seconds. I'm sorry, I apologize there. We'll have the clock, but 40 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. And it's just as soon as something positive goes for Anniston, it just goes right back into Pleasant Grove's favor. But hey, you know what? Keep playing. Keep playing right now. 0-0 second half. Find a way to take some positives out of this remaining part of this ball game.
And so Freeman's right back on the field here after one play. So Freeman hands it off to, no, it's going to be a little RPO. It's going to be caught, I think. Let's see what I don't know exactly. I think
they gave it to him.
So good catch right there, I think.
Yeah, took it right off the ground.
I think that's going to be, I think that was number 9 for Pleasant Grove. I can't, like I said, these yellow jerseys are kind of killing us here in the studio. So I think that's going to be number 9, which we don't have a number 9 on our roster, so to speak.
20 seconds remaining, clock will be running. Would not surprise me if Pleasant Grove doesn't take this thing to the 4th quarter, and I see the coaches down on the bottom holding up 4s. So So we're going to be heading to the fourth quarter with Pleasant Grove up 28-0.
And so we're going to throw it to a quick break here, and we'll be right back here live at the TV 24 Game of the Week.
At DVP Auto Group, we have a wide selection of any type of car you could want. We offer financing for all types of credit. Not only can we help you to purchase a car affordably, but we can help you with any issues you may experience with your car as well. We provide oil change, tire repair, brake service, or anything else you may need. We also gladly accept trade-ins, and if you're willing, we can help you drive away in a new car the same day. If you don't see something you like in the lot, we'll help you find one, whether you buy from us or not. Come see us today.
The Point at JSU is an off-campus student housing property located a half a mile away from Jacksonville State University. The Point offers fully furnished, pet-friendly, 2 bedrooms and 4 bedroom units. Resident experience is our #1 priority, therefore we do offer the following amenities: a resort-style pool, fitness center, basketball and volleyball court, and dog park. We would love for you to come see our property, so give us a call at 256-376-8317 to schedule a tour today.
And we are back here live at the TV 24 Game of the Week between the Anniston Bulldogs versus the Pleasant Grove Spartans. And if you're just tuning in, it's been, like I've been saying this a lot, it's been a very sloppy game on both sides of the ball. Anniston's had some turnovers, Pleasant Grove's had some turnovers. There's been, 4, 5, 6, 7 unsportsmanlike conduct, personal foul calls, sideline warnings, hold and face mask. And so, but as we head into this fourth quarter, Pleasant Grove's just been the more solid team, so to speak, made less turnovers, I should say, and not shot themselves in the foot as much. And Anniston, best field position they just had on the 17-yard line, throw a pick on the first play, just shooting themselves in the foot as much as they can. That's going to be, somebody's helmet came off there for Pleasant Grove, but he's going to be ate up in the backfield as more.
Yeah, that was a big-time play right there by Dariante Brooks Jr. He was just standing there waiting, had edge contained, well walled off. And we haven't seen Colin Moore go down on first contact a whole lot tonight, but Anniston has done a better job in the second half of getting him wrapped up and getting him to the ground. So there's been some positive things for the Bulldogs. Obviously a lot to clean up. And let's just see how we finish here in this fourth quarter between both of these teams.
Yeah, for sure. If you're Pleasant Grove, you don't want to go too fast here. Just kind of run the ball, it's going to be a little communication. And beautiful play right there by the Anniston Bulldogs. I think that's going to be number 15.
That's Brooks again.
Yeah, Brooks Jr. again.
Yeah.
He's been phenomenal night for this Anniston Bulldogs team.
Yeah, he's challenging that inner Ian Mitchell from Pleasant Grove right there. Both edges are coming off untouched. And like I said, there's been some big-time plays by some of these defenders in this game. And you got to give Anniston's defense credit. They've been putting some bad spots, and they just keep on going here in the second half.
Little wildcat formation with Tremel Washington at quarterback now. You see Freeman out to the outside, lined up as a wide receiver. So now it's like Tremel's going to.
Might be heading toward the punt formation here.
Yeah, I was fixing to say. So now Tremel gets the punt off here. It's going to be a pretty good punt here. It's going to be take a Pleasant Grove bounce. It's going to go out about the 49-yard line, and a punch is thrown, and a flag's going to be thrown, and now there's helmets being ripped off. And this is, like I said, this has been just tonight. This right here sums up just how many unsportsmanlike conduct fouls, personal fouls, and now it looks like the Anniston players and the Pleasant Grove coaches are pushing each other, and it's just not a good look here at all.
Yeah, it's just not what you want to see, not from either team. Pleasant Grove up 28-0 or Anniston down 28-0. You want to see your kids just keep their composure. It has been a sloppy game, but overall it has been I wouldn't say it's a game that just had a whole lot of extracurricular as far as what we're seeing right now. And I think it was a great job by the Pleasant Grove coaching staff to kind of intervene there and get that thing off the sidelines, because that can be an ugly, ugly situation if they didn't do that.
And that being said, I think this flag is going to be against Anniston, because the first punch was thrown by Anniston, and so I think that might be it. Or it could be offsetting because the Pleasant Grove player did rip his helmet off. So we'll see what the White Cap has to say about this.
Yeah, they got an interesting decision with the punch being thrown there. We're going to see what they've decided to do.
On both.
Okay, so we're just going to have an offsetting, and we're going to play football here. And And I think this is the time when both side judges are here and the white hat's going to tell them, hey, look now, let's end this thing clean if we can. And you don't want a suspension or anybody getting ejected that you've got to deal with in the future. And you want this thing. And look at these coaching staffs. I think both of them right now are having that conversation. And like I said, it was an ugly scene, but it could have been a lot worse. And we want to come out and just see a good, clean game here to end this thing in the fourth quarter. It's going to be Anniston ball, 1st and 10 from the Spartan 49. So once again, Anniston's got good field position. Let's see what we can do. There's a little bit of confusion on which side and which way we're going, but we've got that straightened out and we'll be ready to go here.
So Young once again behind center here. We've got Cunningham in the backfield with him as Young takes the snap. Kind of a little fake it, and then Jamor Young's going to throw it over the middle, and it's going to be picked off again. It's going the other way for Pleasant Grove, and that's going to be, and he is hammered though, and he stands over him. Gotta keep your composure there if you're Anniston. Anniston, here we go again, another fight, another punch being thrown by Anniston. So, but either way, that's going to be
That's 18, Malachi Williams for Pleasant Grove on the interception. You know, like it's supposed to be a post, maybe a little miscommunication between the quarterback and the receiver, and now you see some real coaching going on for number 44, and he's not having, coach is not having it. Again, let me, I've been on the sidelines, and I want to shout out this coaching staff because they are trying to keep this thing under control, and it's tough. I mean, we're talking about kids, and you prepare all week for a game, and for Anniston, it's not going the way you want it to, but this is coachable moments for these kids, and there's going to be a game where both these teams are in a very close one, and these penalties that are occurring will cost you the game. And so these coaches have a lot to talk about with these kids right now, and I think as far as in game, they're doing about as good as they can to keep this thing diffused as possible.
And I will say this, I'll give him a shout out. Michael Cole, that was a beautiful hit on that interception return.
Yeah, I honestly can't believe that Malachi Williams was able to hold on to that football because he was popped from behind, but just a nice play by him. And I expect to see a very heavy dose of Colin Moore here on this drive.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, at this point, I think for both coaching staffs, like I said, the game's not over, but I mean, and there's another flag on the play, but false start on Pleasant Grove. But if you're both coaching staffs here, it's been, like I said, been a sloppy game. You may just want to get out of here unscathed and without some of your players suspended or hurt.
Yeah, the old MVP of the night, the old Yellow Hanky. He's been out there a while. He's been a pretty valuable player. But let me 1st down and 15 for Pleasant Grove. And I mean, it's this truly. I mean, if you're Pleasant Grove, I mean, it looks like you got a pretty good shot to finish this thing out. But well, you've got a lot to talk about on Monday, just like Anniston does, because they've definitely not been a very clean game.
And Coach LeBeau, I mean, he may be happy about this win, but I'll tell you this right now. He's not going to be pleased with it. I'll tell you that right now. There's going to be a lot of stuff to talk about for sure, like you just said. And as I say that, another false start on Pleasant Grove. So
going to be illegal substitution. So sending in a guy kind of late for Anniston there after they was over the top of the football. And so there's that 5 yards right back, and we're going to go right back to now 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Tell you, they're getting their workout in. The officials are earning dinner tonight.
I'm telling you right now, these referees are like Oprah. You get a flag, and you get a flag, and you get a flag. And I mean, it's here, and it's just a handoff to Moore like we expected. Moore's got a lane. He's going to get a pick up about 5 or 6 right there.
Yeah. Tripped up by Pope. Nice little play coming in from his safety spot and making a shoestring tackle. But you called it earlier. You kind of got to go low on Moore every once in a while to get him down. But he's 5'6", kind of low center of gravity, forward lean, and just looks like one of those good solid running backs that you see in the NFL. Those 3rd down backs you might see.
Yeah, for sure. Like you were saying, I mean, he's big, man. I mean, he's like a bowling ball, like you were saying. He really is. And so, like I said, I think you're just going to see a lot of more here. But no, as I say that, Freeman steps back, and he's looking, and he throws it up. And it's going to be caught.
May be called, and it is
caught. Tremel Washington, he is down. That is not what you want to see if you're Coach LeBeau in Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, you hope he may have just landed on the football and maybe knocked the air out. And I'm going to tell you, number 7 for Anniston, Dakias Baker had great coverage. Just a better play right there for Tremel Washington, but maybe came down on the football and knocked that air out of him.
And it's going to be a penalty on Anniston. Of course, that's going to be declined. It's going to be holding or I think it might have been on Baker.
Yeah, he was right there step for step, kind of lost it a little bit, but he was there with him. And like we said earlier, it may not have been the worst flag in the world if you're trying to hold him up from running by you, but
yeah, that's going to be, I mean, I'm assuming they're going to decline that penalty and move the ball. Yeah. And it looks like Tramel's walking off the field in his own power, so that's a beautiful sight to see.
Yeah, going to be another Minton's Home Center first down for Pleasant Grove. And it's a nice pitch, a nice catch, not terrible coverage. He did get a little piece of him, hold him, but I'm hoping that's what it is. Just knock the air out of him, and he'll get it back and get back on the field here pretty soon.
Yeah, I think he landed on the ball. I think that's the problem. Like you said, I think it knocked the wind out of him. I think that's what the problem is. But either way, that's a beautiful pass right there by Freeman and a better catch by Washington. So now, like I was saying, you may see a lot of dose of more here, but I said that Freeman throws a 50-50 ball up to Washington, and once again he steps back again, and he's going to launch it downfield, and it's going to be off the back, I think, of his receiver.
Yeah, a lot of contact there, but I think more 15. That was the Christian Robinson, more run into Anniston defender and kind of got their feet tangled up and hit the ground. But definitely not afraid to work on the passing game here, and you know, and that's okay. You got to stop it. But Caleb Freeman throwing the ball around a little bit. But I have a feeling it's about to touch Colin Moore's hand again to get that clock rolling.
Yeah, for sure. But you know, you never know. Maybe you want to. I mean, you've been kind of run heavy so far in this game. You may want to get your quarterback some reps in, some live reps, so to speak. And yeah, it's going to be a handoff to Moore, and Moore's going to be hitting the backfield. He's just dragging a man, and helmet comes off. But that was still a great play right there. That was going to be number 27, Eric Irvin for Anniston, that made first contact, just hanging onto a leg and kind of stopped him in his tracks.
Yeah, he'll have to come off there with his helmet coming off. But number 27 had a good night for Anniston. Eric Irvin shot a gap there and got him down.
And there's Tramel Washington coming back on the field now for Pleasant Grove. That's what you want to see for sure. Looks like, yeah, I think there's some substitution issues or something for Pleasant Grove, and it's going to be a visiting Angels timeout here. So we're going to throw it to a quick break here, and we'll be right back here live at the TV 24 Game of the Week.
When you buy insurance online, you may not always be aware of what you're getting. At Allstate Jonathan Everly, we pride ourselves on making sure that our clients are adequately protected. With over 18 years in experience, our staff is more than well prepared to provide you with the best service available. At Allstate Jonathan Everly, you're in good hands.
And we are back here live at the TV 24 Game of the Week between Anniston and Pleasant Grove. And as we midway through the fourth quarter here, it's like we've been saying, it's been a very sloppy game from both sides, and just been very turnover heavy, very flag heavy, but like I said, both these teams have played well. They've just turned the ball over so much, both sides have, and we'll see how this last couple minutes of this fourth quarter pans out.
It's kind of a difficult game to dissect. It's been a little choppy, but there's been some good plays and some positive things both teams can take. Again, we're going to throw it back to Freeman. One-handed grab, and that's Colin Moore, and he's been all over the field, and now they're just finding different ways to get the ball in his hands. He's brought down by number 5 for Anniston. That is Jalen McElderry. But you know, Colin Moore, man, he's just a football player. Been talking about him since the first drive, and I don't think he's any stranger to the squat rack either. He is a well-built kid, and got a bright future ahead of him in whatever he chooses to do athletically.
And that's going to be enough, I think, for a Minton Home first down right there. And so, like I said, we were talking about, you know, Colin Moore having the ball in his hands, but really, Freeman's opened up the pass game here.
Yeah, they're getting him some work here later in the game. That's going to be a new running back in. That's 17. That is Javion Sales. They got him listed as a receiver. That is a sophomore for Pleasant Grove.
And McElderry right there, kind of little shoving right there. McElderry kind of pulls an Oscar-winning little thing right there. That's cool to see, though. And so now as the clock, I think Pleasant Grove is just going to let the clock run as much as possible. Got a new running back in there. Took Moore out, kind of let him sit down because he's been the workhorse here tonight.
Yeah, he definitely deserved his ice bath this week. And again, this is a chance for Coach LeBeau to let Freeman kind of manage the clock a little bit, get a little in-game rep. Not a bad thing here. It's not really trying to run anything up. It's just getting some work in the game.
Oh, ball goes behind Freeman. Freeman just dives on it like you're supposed to do. Smart play right there by Freeman. A lot of times you might see young quarterbacks like that try to pick it up and run with it and make a play, and sometimes that is not the best decision. So good play right there by Freeman, well coached.
To be a sophomore, he has a lot of composure. You can tell he's been coached well, and he doesn't get panicked back there, and he understands the situation. So 6:30 remaining in the fourth quarter, and this thing is, Pleasant Grove not in any kind of hurry. Just getting your substitutions, getting some ball players in there, and still keeping your quarterback in to get some work, because Lawson, all this, he's a sophomore, so he's still growing and learning, and this is a good opportunity for him to manage this game to close it out.
Now Freeman takes the snap. He's going to pass again. He's just going to launch a deep ball. It's going to be very, very deep, and it's going to be, I'm assuming it's incomplete.
Yeah, it's going to be incomplete. Intending that thing out to number 9. Well, yeah, that's number 9 on the uniform. We do not have that on a roster. But intended number 9, throwing that thing deep, taking a shot, letting him air it out. And, Anniston's getting some work there with their pass defense. And there's two ways to look at that right there. And I'm sure that Coach LeBeau's got his reasons for letting him air it out, but I think it just goes back to having a young quarterback and wanting to get him some work.
And you'll see Washington here, once again, in that kind of wildcat type formation with him at quarterback. See what they draw up here. As it was like almost got an instant jump right there. And so Washington kind of looking to the sideline, trying to get the play call. I think there might be a timeout called here.
Yeah, I'm going to run that thing down into a Visiting Angels timeout.
And we're going to take a quick break here. We'll be right back here live at the TV24 Game of the Week.
Against breast cancer, we will never surrender. Every day, brave hearts and strong souls come together to face this challenge head on. On Saturday, September 28th at 9 a.m., Morelia Vineyards and Winery in Hoax Bluff will host a 5K to raise money for Never Surrender in the fight against breast cancer and help save lives in our community. It is $30 to pre-register. Sign up today at runsignup.com.
And we are back here live at the TV24 Game of the Week here as we're halfway through the fourth quarter here. And Pleasant Grove driving the ball once again. And they're just trying to find something here. Like I said, they've been really run heavy so far in this game. And on this last drive, they've kind of been, throwing the rock around, probably just trying to test some new things out, so to speak. Try to get, your offense running a little bit smoothly.
Yeah, it's been a choppy game. They're just trying to get a little bit of flow here in the remaining time they have. And this is punt formation for Pleasant Grove. They're going to let it fly down there, and it's going to take a bounce. And
that's a beautiful punt. That is beautiful.
Yeah, you couldn't get any better than that. And that's old mystery number 9 right there on down and at the 1-yard line. But makes a good play. Don't let it get in the end zone. Been some pretty good punts. Not a lot of hang time, but just letting the kind of turf do its thing and let that thing roll. And now Anniston's got 99 yards to go to put something on the scoreboard here late in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, for sure. And that is the place you did not want to be if you're the Anniston Bulldogs.
No, it kind of takes some things to me off the call sheet, trying to get yourself right there in harm's way, right there at the goal line. So I'd expect to see a handoff to Grant or Cunningham, or you may let your big quarterback, 231 pounds, run a little power here to get you off the shadows of the goal line. That's for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if they even ran a quarterback sneak just to try to get some yards. Even if you only pick up 2 or 3 to get you out of this hole that you're in right now on the 1, because you cannot get hit in the backfield because there is no backfield.
No. Yeah, you called it right. Looks like we got a little quarterback sneak, a little tush push as the Eagles call it.
Oh, he stopped. He's eating up. And I think they're going forward progress.
And guess who it was? It was number 4, Ian Mitchell. And like you said, you named off his offers. And I'm going to tell you something, that he has high college potential. He's got the build, he's got the quickness off the edge, and he's definitely got the aggression. They actually going to give him about a yard on forward progress, but it looks like Anniston's set to do it maybe again.
I thought he had some picked up yards there, and he just got eaten up again. And once again, he's going to fall forward for a little bit more yards, and it's going to kind of open this up a little bit more. But like you were saying about Ian Mitchell, some college is going to get an absolute stud on their team.
Yeah, they went the opposite way from him, which is a very smart decision, kind of take him out of that play. Now you've given yourself enough room to call what you want, maybe get a little rollout here from Young and try to get it to somebody like Pope in space. But I would really like to see them pick up this first down and try to put together just a little bit of drive, something to take away from this football game.
So now Young, little miscommunication, I think, in the backfield, trying to get the formation correct. It's just going to be a handoff straight up the middle. He's got a lane there. He's going to have a little bit more yards. I think he's going to pick up the first down there.
Yeah, that's number 6. That's going to be Jabari Williams with a nice little run right there up the middle. Picks up a first down all the way out to the 14-yard line. That's a Mittens Home Center first down, and that's what you want to see for Anniston. They're keeping fighting, and let's see what they can put together here in this last about 4 minutes.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said, just kind of get out of this ball. Oh, it's in his fumble back in the end zone. Picks it up. He's running the other way. He's got to be careful. He's going to be tackled for a safety.
Yeah, that's going to be a safety. And that's, I mean, if there was a snapshot of tonight, that would be it right there. I mean, 1 step forward, 2 steps back for the Bulldogs. That official right there, referee called safety, and it'll be 30-0 Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, Williams, I mean, I get he was trying to make a play, but at that point, I think you just got to dive on the football and, live to fight another day. Don't try to pick it up and run, almost out of the end zone, trying to get away from those guys. And this Pleasant Grove defense is so insanely fast, you're not going to outrun all of them.
No, I mean, north and south right there, get it out across the goal line. And that's a teachable moment, and there's been a lot of those tonight for Coach Jackson. And it's going to be a tough film study, but the main thing is, this is one game, and like we said, you're playing a team right now that most people would project has a chance to be playing for that blue map this season in Class 4A. So both sides have some things to talk about, but Anniston's definitely looking for some positive here to close this game out.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's just a heartbreaker right there by the Bulldogs, But, you can't really ask much more. You're backed up on the 1-yard line from a phenomenal punt by Pleasant Grove. Just trying to move the ball a little bit, but definitely did not want to do that.
No, it's just a tough situation, and and like we said, Anniston's kind of had an up and down year, this is a tough locker room to go into. You're going to try to sell them on something, and like I said, it's 30-0, but in reality, this game could be much different. 1 or 2 plays here or there, and we got a whole different ball game right now.
So 4 minutes and 11 seconds left here in this fourth quarter, and in reality, I'm going to be shocked if Pleasant Grove doesn't come out and run this ball with more.
Yeah, this might be a time if you're Pleasant Grove to put in your second-team quarterback and get a little work. Just you never know. The second-team quarterback's always one play away from being the first-team quarterback. So we'll see how Coach LeBeau will play it, and we just want to see this thing. I'm sure for him, that 4-minute offense, run this clock down, take care of the ball, not really concerned about the touchdown. Just manage the clock well and see if they can close this game out.
So Bailey now getting ready to kick off in the safety.
This is going to be the first time we've seen him kick off since the opening kick of the game, actually, and that's never a good stat, not what you want to see. And it's been a tough night for the Dogs, but long way to go this season, and a lot of growth going to occur from tonight.
And the kick is going on the way, and let's see who they kick it to here. And it's going to be Washington, not the guy you want to kick it to. And Washington's going to get out of the outside. He's trying to make a play. He's going north and south again, and that's good blocking right there by the Pleasant Grove. There's going to be a flag on the play. I think it's going to be called holding.
Anytime you see a player reverse field, boy, you're really asking your players to block in space and make some tough blocks there. And can't blame Tremel Washington for trying to make a play, because he is a play maker, and he refuses to let that ball bounce away from him. He knows what he is. He's going to go get that football and go try to make a play for his team.
And like we said, he's had a kick return every single game of this whole entire season. He wants it back, and it is going to be holding on Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, that's the first penalty we've seen all night right there, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it might be.
We didn't want them to get bored here as the game's winding down. They needed to get involved. No, it's going to be 1st down and 10 for Pleasant Grove. Should mark that thing back to maybe the 40. Depends on where it occurred. It's going to be even further back than that. It's going to be way further back than that 31-yard line. And Let's see who comes out at quarterback for Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked even if they do if they keep Freeman in here and just let him hand the ball off. But I think that might be a different quarterback.
I think it's going to be 17.
Yeah, it is going to be 17.
Javion Sales for Pleasant Grove. He's carried the ball a couple of times at running back for him. Looks like he's going to come over to quarterback. He's taking a glove off, so he might be ready to throw the thing. We've seen that tonight, too, in these situations.
Looks like there's some issues going on with the substitution, but Sales now, and I think it's going to be a false start if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't think that play had much of a chance. It was kind of messed up. Personnel was kind of late coming on, and one thing Pleasant Grove has done all night is a lot of pre-snap motion, and they're going to get behind the chains again, be first down and 15, and want to see what Sales has got here as he's getting a little time at quarterback.
I'll tell you what, that white cap, his arm's going to be tired tomorrow. It's going to be sore for sure.
He may need Tommy John when this thing's over with. We're going to have to check on him. He has earned his money tonight.
It's just going to be a handoff right here and kind of up the middle, picks up about 4 or 5 yards. I think that's going to be number 23 for Pleasant Grove, Howard Daniels.
Got an Anniston defender down a little bit. May have took a helmet there towards the midsection. Looks like number 5. Looks like he's okay. Number 5, that's going to be Jalen McElderry, who's had a pretty good game on defense for Anniston tonight. But second down and about, 11?
So now that you, like I said, just kind of run that clock out as much as you can. Try to get out of here with this win.
3 minutes remaining. So that 4-minute offensive time, and this is a very good time to work on it in game.
Just kind of get a handoff right here, kind of get a little game, but he is eaten up right there. That's a good play right there by first contact was made. That's number 8, Kamar Holder, and number 15, Brooks Jr.
Yeah, that's going to be number 12 for Pleasant Grove on the carry, Rezion Barney. And of course, we got a flag, and it's going to go against the Bulldogs. And that's going to be a Minton Home Center first down for Pleasant Grove. That was a face mask. And on up to the 46-yard line. So there's another opportunity the Bulldogs could have got off the field, and the flag will extend the drive, and first down, Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, for sure, and that is not what you wanted if you're the Anniston Bulldogs, for sure.
So we're going to have doubles here, 2 receivers to each side. Sales, quarterback.
It's going to be number 25, Dawan Tuggle in the backfield. And it's going to be Sales right there, and Sales is eating up, and I think they're...
Yeah, that's going to be 57 for Anniston in the backfield. Jalen Henderson along with Jalen McElderry again in the backfield for the Bulldogs. And 2 minutes are now remaining, and they're really going to take the air out of this football now. I wouldn't be surprised if we're not snapping this thing with about 2 seconds left on the play clock. And, there's an art to this, and even up, you want to finish this thing, take care of the football, get a first down, and run that clock out. Like I said, if this game is 30-28, this one first down will make the whole football game. So a lot of things you can even work on here for Pleasant Grove. They want to see this be executed, and for Anniston, you want to fight to that last second.
It's going to brand new. We're going to call a timeout here. It's Pleasant Grove.
They're going to take the Visiting Angels timeout and maybe talk about that, go over those things. And if you're either coaching staff, you're just talking about, hey, let's play this thing clean. If you're Anniston, get them on the ground, no explosive runs. And if you are Pleasant Grove, no silly penalties, no false starts. Get your personnel in there, get your pre-snap motion, and just run that football and get out of this thing. And so, like I say, growing moments for both teams. And if you're Pleasant Grove, you'd rather grow up 30-0. And if you're Anniston, you got to realize, hey, it's the middle of the year, and you're a playoff caliber football team, and you got the ability, all the ability in the world to improve and come back even stronger after this week.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely going to have to kind of regroup, go back to the drawing board, watch some film, and I know Coach Rico Jackson will not be happy on some of this film that he watched, especially these penalties. Going to have to clean them up for sure. And same thing with Pleasant Grove. Just going to have to clean up these little mistakes and errors they're making on both sides. But like I said, both these teams are extremely, extremely talented and, you know, top of the food chain when it comes to 4A football.
Yeah, like we said earlier, this may not be the first time or last time these two teams meet this year. It'll be a handoff, little sweep here. Is that Barney to the near side? And he ain't going to get a whole lot. Nice play there by number 27 for the Bulldogs. That is going to be Eric Irvin again, and also Damon Pope was over there. They have found different ways to get the ball in the hand of Rezion Barney tonight, and they have an embarrassment of riches of talent. And I'm sure that it's nice to go through the week and be able to think about how you can get all these players the ball in their hands.
And about 50 seconds left. They may have time to run, 2 or 3 more plays here. And honestly, it looks like they
could be victory formation time.
I thought that's what they were just fixing to line up in. I think that's what they're doing. I don't think that these are young guys. You got to remember too, so they're trying to figure all that too.
Here's the best play call you can make as a coach right here.
Every coach's favorite play call. When he fumbles the football.
Yeah, and as the synopsis of the night, it wasn't clean either. And honestly, he took the snap with his knee already on the ground. I mean, you called it, young quarterback. I mean, my goodness, it is, that's coaching kids, man. That's how it is. And you can see they are coaching them to the very last second.
I think that's going to do it here. And this has been phenomenal game. I mean, like I said, it's not been, I think this final score is 30-0.
30-0, yes.
So it'd be 30-0 here. And like I said, very sloppy game by both sides of this team. Definitely going to have to go back to drawing board and kind of clean up the penalties and stuff. And just try to figure out exactly what they got to do here. But like I said, Pleasant Grove, they played a great game. You take away the penalties, and it's been phenomenal for them. And if you look at Anniston had plenty of opportunities there, and it's just, penalties and just good defensive play by Pleasant Grove. I mean, really, that's what happened.
Yeah, I think you just got to flush it out, clean it up next week, and this is one game. You do not let one game beat you for the rest of the year. We know what kind of caliber of team Anniston's got. And both teams will go back to the drawing board, clean it up, talk about these things, and advance forward throughout the year. And both of them will probably be making a run in the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. And like you said, I mean, these guys are, top of the food chain, so to speak, in 4A football. So I guarantee you that this won't be the last we hear of these teams this year. Both these teams extremely, extremely talented. And like I said, they just got to clean up errors, clean up mistakes, and these teams are going to be very, very good football teams.
Yeah, and like I say, you go back, you talk about it, you move on, you correct these mistakes. You're not going to just dwell on it forever. And you go to week 6 and you get ready to go out and take on that next opponent. But if you're Coach LeBeau, you make sure to clean up 30-0, then 0-30, right? You don't want to be on the other end. But Coach Jackson to get it figured out, and they'll be ready to go next week.
Yeah, for sure, they definitely will be. And it's like I said, 30-0, and that doesn't tell the story of this game. Anniston had a phenomenal game as well. And I mean, they had some great guys come off the bench and give them a spark. Grant came off the bench, had some really good plays towards the end of that first half. And I mean, like I said, they have some great athletes, some great talent. I have no doubt in my mind Rico Jackson's going to have those guys cleaned up and ready to go towards the middle of the season, towards the end of the season.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed watching the game, high-quality athletes all over the field, and look forward to what these two teams have in store as we progress on throughout the year.
Yeah, for sure. It's going to be, and I think we're going to close it out here. I'm Jackson New.
I'm Blake Badgett.
And we're signing off.
At Southern States Bank, we pride ourselves on being your bank. We're your neighbors and involved in the community. We're the bank featuring the Southern Rewards checking account, a cashback account with no ATM fees. We are on the cutting edge and always have a smiling face to help you out. So come to Southern States Bank, where we are committed to great service and being a great neighbor. Let us be the bank for you and your business.
Discover a world of cool at Cosmic Debris in downtown Gadsden. Whether you're searching for smoking accessories, funky t-shirts, or hippie clothing, we've got it all. Explore our unique jewelry, immerse yourself in the scents of our incense, and dive into our collection of new and used vinyl, CDs, and DVDs.